Hey, everybody, we're live. Obviously, you can see we're not in Baltimore. Hopefully, everyone in Baltimore is supposed to drop in. We're waiting for McClay. We're waiting for Yee. We're waiting for everybody to come in. So everybody stick around and hang out because we're going to bring you the badass shit that's going down in Baltimore. And on that, I guess I got to cue my own freaking music today. So, Kyle.
Hit it.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. Like I said, it's Saturday night. I think Bryan might be partying a little too hard because he's not here, but we're here. We've got some pretty cool topics to go. Hopefully, everybody will start dropping in a minute. Maybe I'll have to drop off and call Bryan. Maybe we'll call Bryan live.
They were having quite a bit of fun there, it sounded like.
So, but I think while we're waiting for everybody to pop in, how's everybody's week?
Good so far. I can't complain.
Not appreciating the change in the weather, but it's a good time for comics.
Yeah. So here in Phoenix, we appreciate this change. So
yeah, your heat index drops.
Yes. Right? Yeah, right now it's let's see. It's 77 degrees with a low of 56.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's perfect right now. So
when I was out there, it was like 106 in the shade, and that was in the summer. I couldn't live out there like that.
Oh, it's miserable.
Yeah, not somewhere where gasoline can evaporate out of your car. That's ridiculous.
So before we really get started, let's do this.
Oh, we're going to call him live.
Can you guys hear this? There, yeah, speaker.
Hit pay dirt with K-Dirt.
Hey, brother.
Hey, Bryan, you're live on MCM right now. You just won a free trip to be on the show. Sir, when can we expect you?
I'm smoking a joint, and then I'm gonna head right in and switch over the live stream to MCM. All
right. Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate you winning and being this opportunity to be on MCM on Saturday night on the Tales from the Flipside channel.
All right, I'll see you soon.
All right, later. Okay, what we'll do is we'll start off with if you guys got any pickups. Which one of you guys would like to start with any pickups?
I can go first if you want.
Okay.
So, for my first pickup, so last week after the show, I switched over. I watched the Spine 6 channel with Sith Lordly and all them guys. So they had a little Star Wars trivia going on, and little old me knew the answer. So I was able to pick up this Boba Fett 9.2 slab.
Oh, nice.
I got this from the brothers Nicky. He was a great guy. Sent it to me, packed it really well. I'm very happy to have it. So I got that. Really nice.
Maggie says you're a real boy. No way.
I am a real boy. I'm a real boy. So my only other pickup that I got this week was I went to our local Ollie's, which is like a discount store, kind of like a I don't know, like a James Way or an Ames used to be. So I picked this up. They had this. If I can get it here. This is a Batman
nice.
Dark Knight.
Very nice.
Comes with a trade paperback and the Batman mask in it. And it's pretty freaking sweet. Here's a nice look at it from the back to show you what it looks like there.
Yeah, the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah. That's a cool pickup there.
Yeah, I couldn't pass it up. I'm like, how often are you gonna get that? Because quite often it's gonna go onto eBay or wherever, and someone's gonna try and get $100 for it. I think I only spent like 10. So that's it for me.
Hartman, he says that's a nice place.
Yeah, Ollie's is a great place. You know, they have everything from toys to shirts, food, whatever. It's a little discount chain.
You threw back there about Jamesway and Ames. Those are two names I haven't heard in a long time.
We used to have both of them in my town, and that was great. Way before Walmart.
Oh yeah, those were the stores. So I've been chewing through a collection that I bought recently and finding some very interesting things that I don't even know what to do with. So I'm going to save one of them because I know that you'll be talking about a different topic a little later on. And I could show some of those. And something else I'm waiting for Bryan. But very interesting horror magazines.
Brian's going to love that because it's got a skull on it.
So this is Planet Lovecraft. This was released back in 2008 from a very small print magazine, Saturna Inc. And it was only four editions of this that was released in full. And the collection had in total 3 of the 4. So number 2, and then number 3, and number 4. Well, these are technically magazines. These are straight, full-on comic books the whole way through. Each of them feature about 5 different stories from different writers covering different topics from
they're kind of like they're kind of like the old Shang-Chi or the Hulk magazines where they had the comic inside. And
yes, and it's all it is
Conan Saga.
Very small independent horror. So I can't seem to find any information on these things anywhere. They're a ghost. And then they did have some topical ones in there too that I picked up that were things that related to recent MCU shows. So here we go.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
So we had a whole little run of What If. I pulled out a couple of the ones that I think were a little more worthy of showing. And then, of course, my favorite of all of them. And they're trying to flat out tell you, do not buy this issue. This is not a good issue. I don't recommend taking that advice.
I like to find those other ones like that skull one. That is now on my hunt. I know it's a ghost, but it's now on my.
Yeah, if anybody can send a copy of one of these into the show, I will be more than happy to send you a whole pack full of comics. If you have a Planet Lovecraft magazine, I would love to see that.
See if I can.
Which issue are you missing?
Number 3. I've got 1, 2, and 4.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of the fun of buying a collection. You don't actually know what you're going to get inside of it. You start going through, and there's the things that you may have found a few things, but there's always more than what you saw the first time through. And so as you go through and sort them out, you start to find all kinds of treasures that are just fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to see if I can find anything on it. Here we go.
Yeah, not everybody collects the same stuff, so.
No, and then the other things, I picked up some Golden Age on eBay because I like to work the outside edges. And so I try to find the things that aren't properly advertised or mislabeled, things of that nature. And I ended up coming across a collection that included one from the Crippen D pedigree.
Sparkler. Oh.
That's a cool one. I like that.
And so it has the certificate from, when it was actually auctioned by Heritage back 15 years ago originally.
Oh, what a score.
Really?
Where'd you score that one at?
It was on eBay, but it was a poorly advertised one. There was an entire here comes the chaos.
Hey, McClay, can you talk to them about getting rid of that background noise? We're trying to do a show. Oh,
fuck off, Dick.
We've got all the famous people of the show.
Hey, I want to say thanks again, you guys, for hanging out. We got the whole crew here, and you guys are doing a great show. I hope there's not a lot of echo. There might be a little echo. I'm gonna
it's cool.
mute my mic just in case there is. So
how's
it going? What are you guys talking about?
Patrick,
are you guys talking about the really cool shit right now?
Just going over some Golden Age pickups that I got off of eBay recently.
Oh, nice. Let's keep going. Let's rock it.
So on top of that came with a whole bunch of the Cats and Jammer kids.
Cats and Jammer?
Yes, there was enough of these things. Captain and the Kids.
Cool.
Just all of these. Now, while they actually arrived in really good condition, much better than I expected, there was, this one was one that it turns out, I don't think you'll see a comic like this very much anymore. If you notice, that's a good old-fashioned spanking comic.
There's nothing like a spanking on the cover of a comic to make a good
corporal
day.
punishment there.
Yes. So I got those off of eBay from a poorly advertised listing. The problem was when I got the box, came in a traditional USPS priority mailbox. The pedigree copy had a nice fine wrapping of aluminum foil protecting it, and the rest were buffered by paper towel tubes that were just laid on the side, and all of it just laid in the box.
Hey guys, check this. Can you guys hear me? All right.
Take it, Bryan.
Check this out real quick. So, Haven for Heroes Comics, who's usually in our chat on Saturday nights, he's actually here in Baltimore. He just walked out. Really cool dude. Shout out to them. I think they're like in New York, upstate New York, something like that. Make sure you guys check them out. This con has been crazy, like the people that we've been meeting in the chat. So I just want to say real quick again, if any of you guys are here, make sure to stop by and say hello tomorrow at the booth. It's been freaking wild, man.
My wife tried to pretend like I didn't talk to her about going to Baltimore like 3 months ago when we first started talking.
I told you to try. I told you to try and figure out a way to get here, dude. Like, you can justify it somehow. You can give her something extra, you know what I mean?
She was like, "You never talked to me about going to a Comic-Con in Baltimore." I was like, "Yes, I did. I totally fucking did." Because I said, "You know what? We'll go to Baltimore and then we'll go to New York afterwards, and we'll go hang out in New York for like 5 days after the con." No, we never talked about that. God damn it, we talked about it.
Yeah, you're hating yourself now.
I know.
Yeah, it's been
Saturday,
crazy.
Skater said he was at the Flipside booth yesterday and today.
How is the booth, Bryan?
It's absolutely bonkers. There's some amazing. Well, first of all, I'm sitting right across. Phil Lee's sitting right across from us. I got James from.
It
Hive
almost looks like you guys are in
us.
separate rooms.
What's that?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm muted, to make sure not to catch the echo and stuff like that, because we're
I'm
catting for
sure that
information.
the sound is going to drive people crazy. I hope not. I apologize, guys, but it's bonkers, man. It's a lot of fun though, the people have amazing booths. I mean, there's a lot of big money books out there. But I was really impressed with John Z and Nico and Dino pulled off. I'm really impressed. Like, dude, I'm gonna figure out a way to get him over here at some point, or I'll get him on tomorrow. But
So what is the stink factor there?
Baltimore is a shithole. But the con is fucking great. The con is fucking great. Well, and here's the other thing. Like, I've never been to the East Coast, so like I see fucking steam coming out from sewer pipes, and I think Ghostbusters. You know what I mean? So that's
living here in the desert in Phoenix, I thought that shit was just movie effects.
Yeah.
Like they made it to make the alley look eerie, like it's scary.
There's some fucking scary alleys here. But I will say this. I had fucking karma, comic book karma like no other, and I'm gonna tell the story a lot on the shows probably next month. But I get here, I've got 3 bags. I've got a bag full of clothes and shit. I've got a bag full of my laptop and shit, and then I've got a camera bag with a bunch of gear. And I get to my hotel and I get off on the wrong elevator floor. And I walk out, and when I walk out, I realize I'm on the wrong floor, and I turn around, go back into the elevator, and my camera bag dropped, right? And so when the camera bag dropped, all my shit, my fucking Vax cards in there, all that shit is in there, right? So I'm like, I'm fucked. All my cards, my thumb drives, all that shit. I get to the room about 30 minutes afterwards. I don't realize it's fucking there. You know what I mean? I don't realize it's gone for about 30 minutes. When I realize it's gone, it's been about 45 minutes. I'm like, fuck it. There's no way I'm getting this thing back. You know what I mean? And then, so I go downstairs just to tell them, you know, all that shit. And the next thing you know, I get in the elevator and it's one of the workers who works there. She's getting off her shift. And this is Robert Fordham. Shout out to Robert Fordham. He's yep. He's. Are you leaving? Taking off? You're gonna be here tomorrow, right?
I'm gonna slide through.
All right. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. So.
Hey, so Brian, you're bringing me back a Flipside shirt like that, right?
Yeah. I'll get you a Flipside shirt. There should be one. There should. I'm pretty sure there's one. If not, we've got more. We were just giving shirts away. They have a really good booth. Like I said, Dino, Nico, and John Z really put together a fucking monster set of books that, you know, it rivaled like a lot of, it rivaled a lot of other booths. It was nice.
You gonna bring back some of that? Is there music playing?
You guys hear music? I don't know if somebody keeps hearing music. All right.
All I hear is the chatter of everybody in the background.
All right. I'm gonna mute my mic too, unless I'm talking, so that isn't there. But anyways, it's a really great. Let me change my mic setting.
You can't be at a con and not have pickups to show us.
All right, so I don't have my pickups, but I'll tell you my story, and you guys will like this. So you guys know that there's one fucking book that I'm constantly looking for that I can never find, right? And it's Static number 40, the Lost Boys cover. I can't find this book anywhere, man. I've been looking for years. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to go search for this book. First time I get to walk around, I start searching. I go to like 5 tables. No, they don't even have any milestone shit. Like there's none. So the next fucking thing, I go to a place. I'm like, I just ask him, do you have any milestone like Static issues? He's like, yeah, just the last 5 issues. I'm like, perfect. So they had it. I bought it. I just paid for it because when you find a book that you've been looking that fucking long for, you're just like, give it to me. I don't give a shit. Like 50
Here,
bucks,
take my money.
Yeah, just give it to me and let me get away with it. So I was really stoked about that. Tomorrow I'm just gonna look for weird shit and just hang out with people.
Did you how did you get your bag back? Did you finish that, or are you getting?
Oh no, I didn't finish it. Sorry. So anyways, there's a lady in the elevator that's working there. She's just getting off her fucking shift. So I'm like, all right. So I just say to her, hey, I lost my bag. It's got all my shit in it. Just if you get a chance and you see it on the way out, please just drop it off at the front desk. And I just fucking try to be nice and shit. 30 minutes go by, I get a fucking phone call. There's Phil Lee, the one and only. 30 minutes later, I get a fucking phone call. Karma saved my ass. And they found the chick in the elevator found it on the 8th floor. She said right as she found it, the elevator opened. There was a dude grabbing it and walking off with it. And she's like, nope, that's not yours. I was this fucking close, man. This fucking close. It was crazy. So, anyways, I would have my whole weekend would have been ruined. So, anyways, karma. You know what I mean? Like I'll blame it on fucking karma. Whatever. George, I will say George is a lightweight. Even though he is sober, he's a freaking lightweight. The dude can't fucking. He's just like all he does is sit around the booth, and I keep telling him, bro, you gotta lighten up here, man. But that being said, they've made a ton. I'm sure they made a ton of money. Sold a bunch of books. John Z sold a Chamber. What was it? Chamber Chills 19. Yeah. 13. Nice. $13,000. Bam.
Damn. Chamber Chills 19.
Yeah.
Really?
So, yep. Sleepy John brought a the original cover art to the Mark Brooks Night Tron variant. That, I mean, that's bonkers. That's bonkers. Just to see that book in general, that variant in general, is crazy. But then you see the original art, like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, one of these. Oh, that's
Such an amazing cover.
Yeah, I met the real Mr. Comic Book. So shout out to Mr. Comic Book coming through when we needed him the most. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get some more information on that. He's been walking around the con, which is interesting. I saw him like a fucking Sasquatch, like in the forest. You know what I mean? Like I was like from like 300 yards away. I was like, holy shit, there he is! Like you just see
peeking around the corner, all tall, or what?
No, you just see his LED mask like walking in the crowd, and you're like, holy shit, did I just see fucking a ghost? You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. I got some cool video. There's a lot of fucking. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. I am super tired, super stoned too. But it's been crazy.
Red Hood says he found a book in 5 minutes right in front of you.
Red Hood found some really good old school Adam Hughes books, man. Some really good stuff. So, but yeah, it was crazy. Hey Phil, come have a seat, brother. Let's bring Phil over here and ask him, because Phil from Vintage Comics and Toys, you guys. He's got a booth here.
Yeah.
How's it been, brother? What do you think so far?
It's pretty good. Let's hope that. Yeah,
you had to make a long walk over to McFly, huh?
What's that?
I said he had to make that long walk from Aaron to McClay.
Yeah, that long walk. Yeah.
You had to finish the pizza on the way.
Yeah, it's just necessary.
I walk in and I see Phil at his booth, and he is fucking smiling from fucking ear to ear, and he's like on this natural high, right? And he's like, dude, I just traded. What was it you traded?
Oh, so I traded whatchamacallit. So I had Iron Man Submariner 1 CBCS 8.5.
That book that Chuck has, Kyle, you know that book where it's the series that they have together. Yeah, old school book.
Predates Invincible Iron Man 1. And I had got that in a local show for like $500, in trade, right?
Yeah.
And he hooked me up with like a $900 book. He got 3 books out of it. First Abomination, a couple other ones I forget. And then I traded that for an Amazing Spider-Man 101.
Beautiful condition, right?
Yeah, fine minus, presents really nice. I got First Pepper Potts and Happy Hogan, like a 5.5 as well too.
Yeah.
An X-Men 49, like VG plus, and first Peggy Carter, like VG. It was like $1,700 worth of books, and it was just awesome. And he's like, yeah, I know you need to make money too as a dealer. I'll hook you up. I want this book slabbed.
Yeah.
And then he came back today, and he had a stack of books, and it was about like maybe $500-600 worth of books. And he picked out a book. He's like, all right, I want $300 for it. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. And he was using Key Collector as a price guide, which I've never ever seen before.
Bro, that's the second person that I've heard say that they saw somebody using Key Collector as a price guide, dude.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And then he picked up an Amazing Spider-Man 46, very fine, and I had it at $450. And he's like, I really like this one. I'm like, you know what? Just take it. Like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. You help me out, I'll help you out. It's reciprocal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard back? Have you? So I talked about how Metropolis is here. Metropolis is walking back and forth from Phil's booth, and and I'm waiting to see Phil walk away and just be like, okay, I'm done with the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we've been doing some good business with Metropolis, and really, really awesome. I got to meet Vincent Sakulu.
Nice.
At New York.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there was he had a big story that he found. Him and his wife found Molly Shannon's cell phone in the New York taxi cab. Really, really nice guy. Like really humble. Like this guy's legit. He was really, really busy working his booth in New York Comic-Con. I didn't see him this weekend. I don't think he's here, but I mean, you look at someone like that and like, maybe, you can't maybe follow in his exact footsteps, but I mean, here's a guy, he's working hard, he's around our age, and he's hustling. He's hustling, and we were in talks maybe selling our whole vintage booth of inventory to him at New York Comic-Con. I guess he got busy, and we were trying to be in talks again.
So, but the reason why I bring that up is because that's the cool thing to me, guys, is like hearing these stories. Like every once in a while, every con has these cool stories, like where somebody, found a 667, like a Del Auto variant, or somebody walked up and bought all of fucking Phil's booth and it's like, I want everything. You know what I mean? Like crazy shit like that is what I'm looking forward to hearing. There are some crazy things that definitely have happened already that I have to save because I don't know if I want to say it on air yet because it's been that crazy, but I'm sure it will get said.
Brian, it's just us. It's just us. So it's just the six of us. No big deal. Just let us know.
Yeah,
it's all good.
We're in Baltimore, right?
We're not even live yet. We don't even go live for another 20 minutes. So
as he freezes on me,
damn it.
So, anyways, it's been a cool show. Have you heard anything like that happening, Phil?
About what?
Like the cool find of the con.
Man, I think Aaron has some stories. Redhood has some stories.
Yeah.
Right before the end of the show, my buddy found a Marvel Spotlight 5 CGC 5.0 for $13.50.
Wow.
And I've been seeing Instagram photos of Redhood Comics, not our Redhood, and he picked up a Sentai 2 CGC 9.8 and 9.6 from the short box booth.
Wow.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
Aaron.
badass.
That's nice.
That's badass.
He took advantage of that and a Sanctorium.
Shout out to Phil.
Comics. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good deal there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way I would have gotten if he didn't tell me. He hit me up in the morning, like as soon as the con floor opened. He's like, dude, stop by the booth, and then it's like told about these. Yeah.
Shout out to the guy behind you there.
Yeah, right.
Big Sean, man.
BigLegg.
Why does he come down and just talk?
Why is he going number 3 behind you?
Going number 3.
Yeah, it's crazy out right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, don't show that shit off camera. Don't show that shit off camera. Just have BigLegg sit down and show us all.
I know, right? You didn't know how to fucking count. We had a bunch of money. It was great. Ramel was our dealer at the casino.
Oh, wow.
Hey, BigLegg, just go sit next to Yee and fucking talk.
What about the Hulk one?
Yeah, so the big news was that there was a really nice Hulk 1 in the hall. Actually, there was 2, it turns out. And people were in a frenzy because if you look on eBay right now, there's no low-grade Hulk 1 blue labels. There's just none. They're like purple if they're low-grade. And actually, me and Dino actually had one in our hands pre-show on Thursday, and someone threw it at us like, yeah, this is a 2.5. I want 10 grand cash. And I'm like, dude, you can't do this to me, bro. I'm like, I actually handed it to Dino. I'm like, Dino, go get this. It's complete. And then he's like, oh, man, I don't know. And then I got a little bit kind of scared because the spine was a little bit purple against the background. I'm like, oh, I can't. I'm like, you can't do it. I mean, come back to me on Saturday, I'll buy it, maybe, you know. But
Well, that's good.
it was gone. It was gone, and then it was just such a frenzy. Like everyone was trying to find out where it was. I'm like, oh my god, there's a Hulk one in the room. Like, oh man, there's another one, and like, I mean, it's only in Baltimore all this magic happens, man.
Yeah, you know, I talked shit and said that Baltimore is a fucking shit show, but the con is good.
No, I think he called it a shit hole.
Well, I've been to quite a few cons. It's great to see so many like comic booths all in like one convention. It's insane. It's almost like a bit overwhelming, and then and it's just great meeting everyone.
I just got my Lost Boys.
Oh, you got your Lost Boys? All right. We do some more digging. Man.
Where's it at? How come you're not showing it off?
Who? Yee's the only guy that got anything. This is what we did. We just opened these. We pulled these.
Hold on, let me make it big.
What do you have there?
We got a LaMelo Ball rookie and an Anthony Edwards rookie and drunk people being drunk. And John Moran. In a second here, I'm just going to let you guys do the show and put it on mute and walk away for a second because this is getting crazy.
Hey, Brian. Can you guys talk about like the crowd and how the crowd has been?
Say it again.
Can you talk about like the crowd and how the crowd's been and like the people going in and out?
Oh, from the con, going in and out from the con?
Yeah. Like how's the crowd been?
Oh, the crowd. Okay. The crowd's been really good, right, Phil? I mean, it was packed today. The whole day it seemed it was packed, right?
Yeah. It's a wide demographic. It's you know, it's not like New York City or as fluent as Chicago. But there is a little bit. I mean, they follow the trends here. Everything follows New York City here, right? But you know, people are cool. I mean, people are buying. I had like the female crowds have been becoming a little bit more educated right now. Like
A lot of young kids too.
yeah. They're just not. I sold a Moongirl Devil Dinosaur CGC 98 second print to a local female here. You know, I gave her a good deal. She did really well with that. This girl picked up a sweet tooth, like a high grade for me. Didn't even think about it. You know, girls are buying stuff for their husbands and boyfriends. Didn't think about it.
And they, you know what they did here? They put a testing place on site, so people just go get tested real quick instead of having to worry about it. You know, everybody was kind of worried.
Well, that's fucking badass.
Yeah. So,
are there any cool exclusives there that you need to buy me, Brian, and bring back?
There are exclusives, but you know what, dude? Like, no, I shit you not. There wasn't a point where I 10 minutes I had to focus on one thing when I was there. Like, I'm really excited to talk about this more, like in the next week or so, especially to tell Kyle, because I'm pissed that he didn't make it, because it's a lot of fucking fun. I mean, like, this is the first time that I've been to a con in a while where I've had fun. You know what I mean? Usually when I go to a con, Kyle knows I'm never coming to a fucking con again.
I still remember the Liefeld incident.
What? So there's a secret variant coming?
There's a secret variant at Baltimore Comic-Con. AWA is going to release at, and it's going to be at Frank Cho's booth.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go. Frank Cho did 2 badass sketch covers that I saw. I don't know if he raffled them off or what, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so he's going to have a Fight Girls, like a exclusive that he's just going to have with him on Sunday at his booth in Artist Alley.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good game stuff.
There was a lot of Aftershock stuff I saw, and I think the Hive Boys bought like half their shit and walked away with just bunches and bunches of it. So,
how is the Artist Alley there?
It's crazy. It's not. There's a ton of great artists.
Yeah, I did. I had a remark done by Jim Shooter. I mean, not Jim Shooter. I had to sign it, and then I had John Betty do a remark. So I added.
Oh, that's dope, dude.
Yeah. So that was the second one.
That's sick.
And then this is the one that's especially added. So it was already a 9.6. So we'll see what how it gets back. And then here's the Bryan K. Vaughan autograph I got today. He was doing like 3 autos per person, just like out in the artist alley. And
So there's no on-site grading in there.
There's no on-site grading, but they have witnesses everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I did they had like an event for Casada.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Heroes Reborn. Arthur Stein is here. I'm gonna try to get an interview with him tomorrow.
Do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully he flips out and he fucking destroys his table, and that would be cool.
Are you guys leaving? Are you gonna be there tomorrow, though, right? Are you serious? All right, hold on. I'll be right back, guys.
Well,
I'll be McClay for a second.
Yeah.
so you're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm so stoned, man. There's all kinds of cool shit going on."
He's talking to Brian Woods.
Uh,
It's so cool to like just run into all the different content creators in person. Like it's amazing. It's fun. I'm having a blast meeting everyone.
Man, I should have just ignored my wife and just went.
All right. Drive safe. Shout out to Simple Man's Comics. Brian
Later,
Wood.
Simple Man.
I had them. Amazon send me in masks to my fucking hotel, and they just now got here.
I mean, what's the mask policy like there? Is it pretty lenient, or?
No, I mean they'll if they see you without it, they'll ask you to put it on, right? I mean,
I didn't care. I wasn't asked anything.
you forget that it's on, man. Like I'll go outside and then somebody will have to tell me, hey, dude, you can take your mask off. But dude, it gets to that point where it's fucking so itchy and it's like, mother, I can't do this anymore, man. The plane ride is the worst. It's the absolute worst. I wouldn't wish that on my enemy.
It's when the moisture from your breath on your facial hair. For those of us who are a little more sweet than some of the other ones.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Did you have to buy a package to get the Bryan K. Vaughan signatures?
No, I didn't. It was just he's signing at 1:00 today. He did that at so in Artist Alley, but they also had a package event kind of. So I think they like spread out his time, so it's like not a mob of people like every hour. But
is it more like San Diego Comic-Con where you have to rush for a wristband and stand in line? I don't know if you've ever been to San Diego, but
I haven't been to San Diego, but it wasn't like that. It just kind of like they kind of put people to the side, like so it's not blocking walkways or anything like that.
Yeah, like a normal con where you just kind of where there's a walkway, there's a gap, and then you just
exactly. The crazy part was like the lines were blending because Garth Ennis was like right behind him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's just a mob of people there waiting for autographs.
Yeah, I mean, but it's pretty efficient. It's running pretty smoothly. Is what I see. But it's not like super long. Like I think I maybe waited 20 minutes for the Bryan K. Vaughan.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, it literally was nothing. Yeah.
So, what was the one thing you were most surprised about it? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I've stood in Starbucks line longer than that.
I used to work at Starbucks, so I've worked back.
Oh, sorry.
I do IT now.
That's a lot better. I do too. So sometimes it sucks, but that's a lot better.
Yeah.
I was at work for 21 hours redoing all our servers after they overheated.
I work in networking, so you can only imagine how that goes.
But
so you were able to make some good sales at the show. Were you able to get out from behind the table and go look at some other booths?
Yeah, so I've been wandering around. I worked some on Friday at Bird Cities, booth just to help out Ann. And then he had the full team here today on Saturday, which was good. Like I think they sold out of the Stray Dogs Goosebumps.
Damn it, that was my next question, was to put one aside for me.
But and then Tricia's line has been crazy. Like
I've seen pictures. It's like people are like waiting. There's a line. There's a good size line for her.
Yeah, like, and it's like always constant. Like she'll just like sit there for like 2 hours and just knock out books. Her commission list, I think that filled up like right before the con opened. So, but she had like time to do like remarks and stuff like that.
Trey wants to know when they're going to ship the Stray Dogs out, if you know.
They had to wait until after the con, so they should be shipping out like
once they get back to Arizona.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they couldn't ship it out before the con. So.
Man, so is this all your guys' first time to Baltimore?
This is my first time.
Yeah, I've been Baltimore for maybe, I think this is my third or fourth show right now.
Since the G Plus days, Bryan and I have been like, we need to get to Baltimore. We need to get to Baltimore. We need to get to Baltimore. And we're like, all right, we're going to do it next year. And both of us would make these pacts. We're going to save money so we can go to Baltimore. And then neither of us do. And then he fucking goes without me, bastard.
I mean, even if you're just a fan, you know, like there's some vendors that like, hey, we're going to sell a whole run of,
Get back here, CEO.
He was asking you to come back. You're out here? All right.
What up?
Scott Regan.
What up?
Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
Who's this guy?
Wait, what is Scott Regan up to these days?
Making t-shirts.
Making and baking t-shirts. You hear that?
Sit down and tell us about it.
Yeah, let's hear about some gear.
Let's hear about it. What do we got? Sit down. Show us. Tell us. We got all the people here. We got the CEO in the background.
He's running off with a couple 2 liters.
We got some pizza. Here's our pizza.
Yeah, you know, I got to say it's a really great pleasure to meet a lot of the Tales from the Flipside crew because, you know, we've all been like, you know, we've all been home and we've been quarantined and, you know, we've been sharing our, you know, our hobbies and our stories together. And it's just nice to see everyone face to face. And this is just it just feels like a reunion, you know, like a high school reunion sort of, you know. And,
well, it's cool because we all hang out like virtually.
Yeah,
exactly.
I can't wait to meet all you know. I watch you guys too here, and you guys have a fun vibe here, yo. You know.
Next year for sure, I'm going out.
Dude, come out.
It's a guarantee.
Dude, yeah, I'm already planning to go next year. I've had a blast here. Well, this is like probably like one of the best conventions I've ever been to.
Oh, those are high words.
Yeah.
No, because like you know the conventions here in Phoenix blow.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like comic book booth after comic book booth, like, and no like filler stuff. So it's just like it's just amazing. Like everywhere you turn, it's like, have I been here yet? I don't know. And it's like all right, I found this.
All right,
That's
Comix,
awesome.
Comix might be a good enough reason to give Baltimore another chance. The first time I had to go there for work, while I was in the air, the city caught fire, and so it was basically a week of lockdown in the hotel instead of getting work done. Sounds like you're having a much better experience.
Oh, we got a special guest, everyone. Special guest.
Oh,
who do we have joining us?
Everybody feels like fuck this. I'm out of here.
What's up, guys? To make me jump in.
All right, now.
Nick Hart.
What's up, guys?
What's up? How's been your Baltimore experience?
I don't want to talk about it, but I had a great time.
Is it like Vegas?
I kind of slept in a CVS parking lot last night for an hour.
So they're asking, do you think Baltimore is better than NYCC?
Actually, depends. I mean, I'm not super into comics anymore. Like, I'm more into manga, but I actually like NYCC. just for all the different things, but for purely comics, like if I was still wicked deep into comics, this is perfect. Like I sold a bunch of books, had a great time. There's a lot of good deals. Like I have fun at this. I like this con. It's a good time.
Man, I'm so pissed I didn't go.
You know what?
I'm so pissed I didn't go.
You should have came. I wasn't gonna come. Like I drove 8 hours just like Andy did. Like I wasn't gonna come, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just dump a bunch of books and just have a blast to meet up with everybody. That's the whole point, isn't it?
I mean, the sales were nice. I mean, everybody was looking for comics, and I take it.
Sorry, what?
I said everybody was so like. There's a lot of diving for comics there. Like people were. That's what people were there for.
Oh yeah, well it's no like pop culture bullshit. It's just pure comics. That's it. And you can also buy original art. You know, it's a good time. It's what you want from a con, and it's cheaper than I think what New York was $300-400 for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Without the hotel, so it's better buy in my opinion.
Oh man, what was your surprise? Is this your first trip to Baltimore?
Nope. 2018, I was here for a night, and it was all right.
But this one is the good one because everybody's there.
Oh yeah, well it's great. It's like a reunion, like you were saying. You get to meet a bunch of friends or people you've never met in real life, and you're like, hey, what's up, so and so, blah blah blah. Everyone's having a good time, drinks, going out for dinner. It's just fun as hell,
Hey, Heroes Report. I know they're there just to see Flipside guys. I get it. Let's see.
Aaron, you look like you're gonna pass out, buddy.
Dude, it's been so much fun.
I know he looks like half asleep.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you
honestly,
look worn down. Like
that's why I'm chilling at the booth tomorrow, just to take it easy.
Oh.
Oh, God, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to transition into a topic. I was going to let damn, everyone's having so much fun there.
It's dwindling, but it's not too bad. We got like 15 people left out of like the 30 that were here earlier.
I mean, the convention hall's closed and everyone's partying.
After party for us, just in a room.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I shot a bunch of 4K footage, so like I'll probably give it to McClay so you guys can actually see what all this was like, and then stuff from the con tomorrow.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, I'll rip some cards with y'all.
Can I jump off so I can actually record that?
Yes.
I'm gonna have someone else jump in for me so I can actually record this.
If there's nobody there, I'll just bump it out.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Cool. Later.
Yep. So I'll start opening it and stuff like that.
Sweet. Do it. Here, I'm gonna make you big.
What do you got there?
So I have 2021 Topps Inception baseball. So I'm an Astros fan. So let's celebrate like they're going to the World Series. So, all right. Yeah. So I'll kind of try to.
I was rooting for the Red Sox.
You were rooting for the Red Sox? I've been getting a lot of that here because I guess I'm on the East Coast, right?
I'm a Red Sox guy.
Are you?
Like I was like that's one of my all-time goals is to go to Fenway.
You should definitely make the trip. It is worth it.
That is a bucket list for me is to go see a game at Fenway.
Yeah,
the history
I've never been to Fenway. I've never been to Fenway, but I went to Boston Gardens.
Okay.
I would love to do that too.
They're both great arenas.
Yeah.
No, if you're a big Sox fan, there was nothing quite as amazing as getting to see Pedro Martinez pitching live. What that man could do with a baseball, I've never seen any other human do.
I have his rookie card.
Nice hold.
So with this, there's a chance to hit one autograph or autograph relic.
I'm sorry, Sticks. I got to remove you from the chat, from the stream, if you're a Yankees fan.
I can appreciate the history of the Red Sox. I may not like their team when they're playing the Yankees, but I can appreciate their history.
I was, dude. Yes, I was so pissed at the end of the game last night. The fucking Astros just handed it to him yesterday.
Yeah. So I bought this from Lucas on It's Drunken Chat. So drunkenchat.com. So. Yep. So it's one pack, and then
there's only one pack in there.
Yeah, it's one pack, but it's pretty fat.
What is there? How many cards are in that?
Does it say on here? 7.
7.
2.
Yeah. That's
And
pretty
what
fat
are the
for
box?
That looks like you got.
What is the box set you back?
Huh?
What did the box set you? Price-wise.
I think it was a little under 200.
It's not too bad.
Yeah. So let's see what we hit, right? Let's see if I can.
Yeah, this past year I finally started getting into some of the breaks where you can buy in on a team and they open an entire case of cards at one time.
Yeah.
Matt
Olson.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Olson. Okay.
Yeah. Joey Gallo.
There we go. Okay. Royals.
Ooh, here you go. Anthony Rizzo.
Oh, Rizzo. That's when he was with the Cubs. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's not a bad one there.
Oh, here you go. A Mike Trout.
Oh, very nice. Good hit.
Okay.
I kind of wish I brought my thicker sleeves and stuff like that. Oh. A Garrett Cole out of 45.
Wow. Nice numbered.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Actually.
Too bad it's a Yankee, though.
45 out of 75. Oh, I hit an auto. Oh, yeah. It comes with
And an auto?
Yep. Jordan Holloway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
A rookie?
Yep.
That's an awesome hit for auto.
And then
Another refractor, is that?
No, it's a rookie. I guess it's some sort of parallel.
Oh, the D-backs.
Yeah.
Dalton. Is it Barsha?
Varsha.
Barsha.
Oh, yeah, Barsha.
D-backs like the worst team in the fucking league.
So, yeah, that was
nice.
Awesome session. Yeah.
You
So
do forget the Pirates are still in the league, right?
True. Well, that's cool, man. Nice score, man. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, that was fun ripping that with y'all.
No, thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that with us, Aaron.
Yeah.
And you have to be careful with those Inception because they're that thick cardboard stock. They're not like your normal cards, so they're very susceptible to damage.
Yeah, so I wish I brought my fatter sleeves for that. So, but I mean, there's people selling trading cards here. Like maybe they have sleeves and stuff like that. This is only 7.
I'm sure they do.
It's been pretty hard to find sleeves lately, though.
I got a sleeve
one of
for
the
you. You can
pandemic
stop by and get
challenges.
it later.
Yeah.
It's like finding bags, boards, long boxes, and sleeves.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone's selling all that there. Yeah, I'm sure you don't have any problems with that.
No, I was kind of waiting. I was waiting to have Bryan back, because it was another one of those things I found in that last collection.
Oh, dude, I think he's fucking lost in Baltimore land.
Yeah, he's chatting with everyone. He's being social.
I think we lost him. Hey, and if you want to bounce for a little while too, Yee, and come back, you're more than welcome.
I'll hang out for a little bit. Why not? Until someone else decides to step up to the plate. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Same thing. I'll just drop you down back in the studio, and when you come back, you can fucking take it. But I think while we transition, I think what we'll do is we'll talk a little Doctor Who while we're waiting for everybody to come back. So I think Sticks wants to talk about some Doctor Who.
I would love to.
All right, let me share my screen because everybody loves Doctor Who. I've actually never seen an issue of Doctor Who before, or I've actually never seen an episode of it.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, so this is the trailer that just came out this week for the new season that drops on Halloween night called Doctor Who Flux. It's going to be 6 episodes. This is their 13th season with the new run of Doctor Who. The classic series went from 1963 to 1989. And then there was a dead space. And it came back in 2005 with the Sci-Fi Channel and the BBC. So this is the last season with the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker. She's the first female Doctor that the series has had. So I'm not sure what the season's going to be about, but we got a lot of good classic villains coming back. These are known as the Centaurans, a war race. Kind of look like a potato.
Right.
They're from the classic series. They've been around quite a while since the.
Hey guys, real quick, I just
70s.
want to break in. I apologize. And
go ahead.
say I'm gonna head back to the hotel, and I might jump back on. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Great show. Thanks for helping out, and thanks to everybody that's watching.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you.
Well, you need to hop back on because we're going to talk NFTs.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit.
And that's part of the show. So, how far is your hotel away from the convention center?
Probably like 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Are you serious?
I'm walking.
A 30-minute walk?
Yeah.
Can you walk that far, Brian? You might get mugged, dude. It's Baltimore.
Take a
I've
cab.
walked more in the last 2 days than I've done in my entire
Later, Yee. Thanks, man, for hanging out.
So,
Have fun in Baltimore, man.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you in the hotel. I'll be
Hey,
back.
take a goddamn Uber, McClay.
Yes.
Don't be
I'll be
cheap.
back.
Take a goddamn Uber.
All right, guys. Late. I'll see you soon.
See you soon, Brian.
I think the
And
problem
that-
is that Uber won't let him smoke another gibber on the walk.
Right. I think Major Issue was asking, what's the coolest book? I think Phil Lee was talking earlier. It was the Hulk #1. Isn't that what he was saying?
Yeah,
That was
he
the
was saying
coolest
they
book
had-
that they saw.
That was
Yeah,
creating a
someone
buzz.
tried to push a 2.5 on him for 10 grand.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I think that seemed like the coolest book that they had.
So please tell me that this photo is the head of something else in front of the potato face, not his belly.
So So the Centauran here, he's holding a helmet. They wear a helmet over their head.
I would
Yeah,
too
like
if you looked that ugly.
Yeah, they're pretty. So the Centaurans are like they're like a clone race. They're every time they need warriors, kind of like in the Clone Wars. You know, they kind of just generate their own army using clones, and this is kind of the what they get because the DNA is so muddled, so they kind of look so grotesque under there.
That's a pretty terrible resting bitch face.
It truly is.
Yeah.
It looks like Doctor Who's going to be in a little.
So here
bit
we
of
have
peril.
So here we got her hanging. So the girl next to her, that's Yaz. That's one of her companions in the series. She's been around since the last season. She's a holdover. Glad to see that she's back. I liked her character. I'm not sure what the season's going to be, but I know that all 6 episodes are going to be tied in together. So it's going to be serialized. Each one's going to go into the other.
6 episodes is the
for
entire season?
6 episodes is going to be the entire season, and then there's going to be 4 specials that they air. That's going to lead up to her regenerating or a new actor coming into the role.
It's going to be
next
me.
year.
I'm announcing it now.
Oh,
You're going to be the
excellent,
14th
Kyle.
Doctor?
I am the 14th Doctor. I'm Dr. Kyle.
Dr. Kyle. Excellent. So, lost my earplug. I'll find it later. I lost my train of thought, but she's we'll figure out what's going on with the season. One write-up that I saw that there's something going on. They're going to use Halloween as the kickoff for it. So there's something going on in Halloween, and somewhere like different spots around the galaxy, something's going on, and the Doctor's got to figure it out and to get to the end of the season. Like I said, it's only 6 episodes, and
Why are they
being
doing such a short
serialized-
season?
Well, I think they shortened it. I think it was supposed to be 8, and they shortened it up because of COVID. Normally it's been like around 12 episodes. Then they've kind of been shortening it for
Who's
the last couple
that?
of years. Oh, so this is an ood.
Oh, damn it. Now we're going to get copyrighted. Damn it.
Now, as someone who's never watched any Doctor Who,
Okay.
how would you pitch jumping into this in 30 seconds or less?
So a pitch for it? Okay. So Doctor Who is about a time-traveling alien who they land in different areas, planets, timelines in the Earth's history, and there's something going on alien-wise that they've got to figure it out. It's kind of like Scooby-Doo, I guess. You got to figure out who the villain is toward the end, and I mean sometimes you know who the villain is, but you get to the end to figure out whether the villain is real or what's going on with my computer.
And the Doctor is not a human. The Doctor's an alien.
The Doctor is an alien. The Doctor comes from the planet Gallifrey. The Doctor has 2 hearts, and is not human. Although there was one episode where they said the Doctor is half human. That's still up for debate.
Besides having 2 hearts, is there any other major differences from them being a human?
So the difference for them being a human is they have the ability to change into a different form. So every time they get sick or their life is in danger of where they're going to die, they can regenerate and create a new body to keep going on. So like it's back in the original series, the first Doctor, William Hartnell, they were getting to the end of his run and they wanted to keep the show going, but they didn't want to keep using him because he was getting older and he was getting ill.
And so
he became an old Doctor.
So he became the meat cocoon for the next Doctor?
Well, what happens is the Doctor will get sick or fall prey to something, and they have like a certain way of kind of changing the face.
I'll be right back.
In the video to morph into the new Doctor. So like the Doctor will be, lying there and like the face will start to swirl or whatever, and then like you'll have the new actor wearing the
same clothes,
previous Doctor's outfit, and then the face will come into light. Now in the new series, they've used like this, like fire kind of shoots out from their eyes and their hands and their head to form the new Doctor, but it's still the same premise where it's the body renews itself and it creates a new character. The new actor steps in and takes over the role to keep the show going.
Now, the David Lopan version you just described sounds kind of interesting, where light comes busting out of everything and they become a new one.
Yeah.
If they could only make that more like Alien and the new Doctor comes busting out of the chest of the old actor, I think they'd have an instant fan base.
He should have had the soup.
Yes, he should have had the soup. So tell me more about Cthulhu Face here.
So this is an ood. An ood is a kind of, they've been used as like servants in the series where the people use them. They're kind of like, I don't want to call them slaves, but they use them as like butlers and things like that in the series. There's still kind of a mystery of what the race is, but that's what they've been portrayed as.
I'm thinking these ones need a helmet too.
I think
this reminds me of knocking it out and going, "Welcome to Earth."
So you see the glowy globe in his hand here. So that's attached to like a string that goes into like their tendrils there, so they can speak.
So they
is it like a see and say where you have to pull on it and then like a cow?
The cow says move.
The cow says move. It's more, it's a translator. They're I believe they're like a telepathic race, so they talk to each other using their mind, and this gives them a way to speak to other people. But it's connected into their for their mouth, their tendrils there.
Nice.
So
is this going to be a good season or what? Like as a Doctor,
I'm interested in this. I'm interested in the season because it is serialized and it's not episode for episode. I being an American TV watcher, we get used to, and that like serialized. So goes to the next. And
I think he's becoming the next Doctor.
I think he is too. He's in transition.
He is.
And you have to watch the whole season to know what the story's about.
So you can jump in at a
whereas-
new season and not need any of the backstory of all the previous Doctors to be able to enjoy a
No,
the
no,
show.
no. I would say no. I mean, it's once you get into it, you go back and learn all that stuff. He's got a really rich history. You know, next year, well, no, in 2023, it'll be around 60 years. The series has been in one form or another, either on the television or in novelization. They also do audiobooks. So it's been around a while, and it's had a great run with the fan base. You know, so I've been watching it since it's been on the PBS. PBS here used to get it, and we'd watch it on Sunday nights. And that's how I got into it. My buddy Scott got me into it. I've enjoyed it ever since.
I was the Saturday night PBS viewer, which was the Monty Python show.
Monty Python used to come in, it was at 11 o'clock at night. You get Monty Python and I think Red Dwarf. I think we used to get Red Dwarf as well.
Yeah, I don't remember what was on after, but yeah, life changes after Monty Python. There's
They
before
have
Monty Python and after Monty.
They have Doctor Who comics. Is there any one that are actually like collectible? Like, is there any ones that are worth trying to find? Like, if you see a certain issue in the dollar bins, is there ones actually worth like pulling out?
The most expensive one. It's not a canonical. I don't want to use that word. There was a movie made about Doctor Who in the 60s. And Dell Comics had a book out. It was called Doctor Who and the Daleks. The Daleks are their main villain of the whole series. You know, every once in a while they'll pop in and cause havoc, and the Doctor will have to defeat them. That book used to be about like a $10, $15 book. And then recently I've noticed it's shot up to about a $100 book.
Damn.
That's really been the most jump for a Doctor Who book. I mean, granted, if you get one that's signed and, you know, that kind of stuff, you're going to pay a premium for that. But
so
I mean, Marvel,
which issue numbers do you know? Sorry, I was multitasking.
Dell didn't do issue numbers. Not really. I mean, there's like a code number in the corner. I don't have it nearby.
So it's like
grab it.
Do you have to is it like a lottery ticket when you win? You gotta scratch it off, or when you get like a gift card?
No, but you know how the old Dell and Gold Key, they would have that little like 00357 whatever numbers in the corners. That's all you really got. But it's only a one issue series. It's based on the movie. So it's only like a
one shot.
You know how Dell would have you like they did Darby O'Gill and the Little People and you know Old Yeller and things like that, and the Disney stuff, and that's all it was. But it's the only one that ever came out for that movie. And then later on, Marvel had a series, and Marvel Comics Presents. There was like a 4-issue series with Tom Baker, who was the 4th Doctor. If you know Tom Baker, he had the big long scarf, the hat. So they did 4 there, and then they did like a 22-issue run that ran. They kind of reprinted some of the Doctor Who monthly magazines from the UK comics for a while, and those were done.
Now, Kyle, would you highlight the comment from Rob down there in the chat? Love to hear Sticks Boy's opinion on that. So
Rob says he understands his enthusiasm, but
yeah.
So what? After the first 4 Doctors, then it took a big old dump, or what?
Well, yeah, you had the first 4 up until Matt Smith and so up until Peter Capaldi. So you had
keep your hands on your gun, your mom.
Right. Yeah, Christopher Eccleston, who started it in 2005, and then they went to Tennant, and they went to Matt Smith, and then they went to Peter Capaldi, who, if you know Peter Capaldi, he was in he was in the Three Musketeers. He played Count Richelieu, and he had a couple other shows that he did. And then they went to the current, and a lot of people have been saying how it's politicized, and it has been. I'm not going to say it's not, but throughout the whole series of Doctor Who, there's been episodes that have been political anyways. I mean, there's political tones and everything. I mean, you look at what's a good
I mean, that's everywhere.
Everything
though.
does that.
Yeah,
Everything
So-
pulls, everything pulls from the current event. You got North Korea. Well, you can change that to be whoever you want. You got
Yes.
Star Wars. It could be anybody. This group is attacking this group, and just change it around. But I mean, there was a couple episodes there where they kind of parodied Trump, and
They went right at it.
it happened.
And
It happened. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't think it was it wasn't a cheap shot at him or anything, but it was they had the American president politician who used to be a celebrity type of guy going out to be the president.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan,
and,
the actor.
and you can be political in a show without be upsetting either side. And I'd like to offer something like Rick and Morty, which does a really good job of maybe touching on things without perhaps alienating any one group.
When you're doing a show, you can't keep away from politics. You really can't, unless it's a cartoon. I mean, like a kid's cartoon, not like Rick and Morty, or like South Park. But if you're doing a show, politics is going to creep in at some point. They've had episodes about air pollution before in the series. They had one in the last series.
It's a matter of how thoughtful you do it, though.
Yes.
If you put it right in your face and make it very
and how
obvious.
tactical you are about it.
Yes. If you take some time and weave a good story, and if people
there's-
take the time to reflect on that story, that's a well done.
There's people who hold it back here and tell you about it, and then there's the people like this. They go, "This is what I'm talking about." They hold it right at you. They hold it right at your face, and they're But yeah, politics creeps into everything, even comic books. Politics creeps into comic books. So you get what's the current one there?
We should make sure it doesn't creep into this
Wait.
conversation.
Right. No.
There's too much mayhem here usually.
Well, mayhem and foolishness, right? Mayhem and foolishness.
So when does the new season air?
So the new season will air on Halloween. The talk is it's going to be a worldwide airing, so they're looking to be like around 1:30 in the afternoon Eastern time, which is 4:30 or 5:30 British Standard Time or UK time. So and that will be on it'll be on BBC America.
And that will be showing every week, or is that a monthly?
Every Sunday, yeah.
Every Sunday. So for a month and a half, this new season will
Yes.
run through the end of the year.
Yeah, and then I think there's going to be the next episode after the season will be around New Year's. They've been doing a New Year's Day episode, and then after that, I'm not sure that they might do like an Easter one, and so we'll see.
I think that's the most I've ever talked about Doctor Who in my fucking life.
Hey, that's good. Maybe I'll bring you in.
I might suck me in a little bit.
I mean, I think this season, if you jump into this season, you might be good because it's its own season. You don't need to know the backstory as much. A lot of the episodes are just good episodes. They're not, it's not, oh, you got to watch this episode to know what's going on now. It helps a little bit, but it's not. It's not. It's not mandatory reading. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Well,
So,
well, we'll have to catch it.
but yeah, you know, if you guys are interested, give it a watch on Halloween. BBC America. Like I said, I think it's good for your own 1:30 in the afternoon, my time. So whatever time. What do we got next?
I mean, when
Now,
you have
how
a show that's been
Okay.
on that long and have been around that long, it's worth giving it at least a view.
Well, as I
I
try
would
to,
say if you like sci-fi, give it a chance.
yeah, might as well. What's it gonna hurt?
Hey, Bubba Hotep is one of
Yeah.
my favorite movies. So like, this sounds like it could
That's a
easily
great
fit
movie.
in there.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
But as we transition to this poor fucking Alec Baldwin,
Oh my god.
how horrible is that? So I was reading. So if you don't know, which I'm sure everybody knows by now, is he was on the set of his new Western movie, Rust, and somebody gave him a prop gun, which they're actually not prop guns. They're
Real guns
real guns
with blanks.
with blank, and then I think they also take the blank. The blanks are actually like whittled down with like 20% of the gunpowder that is normally used, but somebody put a live round, is which they've actually, because before they were saying it was like a projectile that came out. It was something with the and it was actually somebody had put a projectile, an actual bullet in, and actually, so when he shot it, it actually killed the was it the cinematographer and
It was
wounded
the
the director.
The director, a young, promising director. I mean, she's not just a mother and a wife, but her career was completely on the up. And just like Brandon Lee, someone whose career was taking off, great things were happening, and a senseless mistake takes their life.
Like something I was reading is there's like a whole thing that goes through, and there's somebody that handles all that, double checks everything.
Yeah. There's a whole crew that does that because you have your prop gun, your real gun, and then your, rubber gun, I guess. And then, depending on the scene of what you're doing in that scene is what gun you get. And
man, how
obviously was not the gun he was supposed to have.
But to have even live rounds on a set
Well,
is something you don't need at all. Like there should no reason that should even exist.
Same thing with Brandon Lee. Somebody because that like the scene that Brandon Lee got shot in was that awesome crazy where he's in there and he's taking on everybody and everybody's shooting at him. How do you mistakenly put in a live round? Like, how does that happen? I don't understand. Like, how does that happen? I don't understand how that happens. And I've never worked on a set.
If they're going in and taking out like so many grains of this the gunpowder, it's obvious that one of those bullets got missed.
But it was still carrying. It's generally a gunpowder and a wadding charge, just enough to create the pressure.
Right.
Like this is a distinctly different ammunition.
Because that means somebody had to bring it in from outside and actually like put it in something, and then somebody goes, "Okay, this one is good," and then they hand it over.
Oh, can you once again like to point out Rob Biller in the chat? We'll pull up his comment there.
Yes, I was
shout out to the chat too.
Yes, I appreciate all you guys. We appreciate all you guys. I was reading that actually today too. They had that there was walk off. What was it? Which is crazy. So like, did they know something was? I don't know. It's crazy.
I hadn't heard that before. The one thing I did know is that it was not to. Here we go. 10 minutes later, I'm touching into what I said to avoid. It was not a union set, and it was non-union workers on the job. Because the only reason why I know that the local union came out and said, "Not our people, not our circus, not our monkey."
I mean, so what? That's where they were trying to like cut costs.
Generally, union workers cost more.
Yeah, but still, it's a movie. I mean, it's funded. They've got. Let me try to see if I could find that article because I was actually reading that prior to the show coming on.
No, I had not heard that there had been a safety concerns and a walk off regarding that. And there's very few jobs that exist in this world where someone else's safety isn't a concern.
Right.
And most people don't realize when you stop and think about a lot of what you consider common jobs, there's safety elements that can impact people well beyond the person working that job.
Absolutely.
I mean, it says right. Damn it. Stupid ad blocker. But it says it says right here, yeah. God damn it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just think that God.
I double check my
so
recipe
bad.
when I'm making pancakes. How the hell do you let a live bullet into it? It doesn't make much sense to me.
I just, oh man, I feel so bad for, because he's devastated, completely and totally devastated.
He was just doing his job. Like and nobody wanted this.
I mean, I was reading another article where it's happened about 10 times throughout the course of movie.
There was another young actor that was on a TV show. Same thing happened to him. It wasn't a movie, but it was just a regular network show, like probably about 15, 20 years ago. It happens a lot more than what we want to realize.
It says Russ camera crew reportedly walked off the set to protest safety conditions hours before. Hours. Why does everything need this shit, man?
They need your data. You have to turn that off so they can get your sweet data.
I don't want my data.
They want your information, Kyle. They want to know what kind of alcohol you're buying that night. So
damn it, here, I'll tell them. I'm drinking mango White Claws at stupid Google.
Now you get ads for White Claw up the wazoo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's just, but it just goes to show, just like that with Brandon Lee and The Crow. I mean, that
was the first time I had ever heard of that, and that was horrible back then. And this is just even because he shot off a couple shots. He killed the director of photography there, and he injured another person.
Yes,
I thought he injured the actual director as well.
With the actual director?
Yeah.
So
he killed the cinematographer, and then director Joel Souza was standing behind here, was wounded.
Okay.
I remember back during the Brandon Lee, whenever he was accidentally killed on set, that there were discussions of possible nefarious, I guess you say conspiracy theories about ties to his father and how there was retribution being put upon the son for the father sharing the secrets of Kung Fu outside of China.
Oh, yeah.
So, once again, conspiracy theory, nothing.
The curse of Bruce Lee, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
They said that. I remember they said that years ago about the Von Erichs. I don't know if you remember the Von Erichs, the wrestling family. A lot of the kids in that family died either wrestling or in car accidents or whatever because that family, they said, was cursed.
Like Kung Fu, like I when I was younger, I had taken Shaolin. I was taking Shaolin Kung Fu for a long time. And to actually teach it, you had to go to China with the Shaolin monks, and you had to do this like 24-hour, like this thing where you had to prove that you were worthy to be able to teach it. And it was this whole thing that they had to go through prior to being able to do it. And I know like Bruce Lee was like, no, I'm just going to show it to people. Like, who cares? Like, you know what I mean?
Years ago, I did Subakdo, which is a Korean-Japanese mix martial arts. And to be a teacher, you had to go through what they call like a Kodanja, which was like a week-long seminar where they teach the head master would come in and teach the people who are going to be teachers, have their own place. Like make sure they knew what they were talking about, and so they could, and give them their blessing to open up a brick and mortar.
I know. I know I had watched too many kung fu movies growing up, and my idea was like closer to like I was learning kung fu and in the Shaolin style of kung fu, and I was like, so when like they were like headmasters coming, and don't nobody take this the wrong way of what I'm trying to say is. So what I expected was this little Chinese man with this long beard, kind of like from Kill Bill, to walk in, and it was like this 29-year-old dude in a fucking Hummer, and white dude pulls up with fucking like, and I was like, well, that's not what I fucking expected. But that's what I expected, just like this old. I don't know.
Speaking of
welcome,
old
Wookie.
dudes with white beards.
Yeah, welcome, Solo Wookie.
One of the interesting things about
up,
martial
Solo?
arts, and when the whole rise of the Ultimate Fighting Championships came about, was it kind of showed that a lot of those styles really don't hold up in just a pure raw fight. That doesn't matter how well trained you are, what black belt level you are, that there is just certain power that you can't train away from, that your skills can't get away from. And that's probably been the most interesting thing, because most of my life pretty much convinced if you're a master of something, you'll be able to defend yourself against anyone. But the Ultimate Fighting Championship and how they allowed different styles to then all compete against each other really showed that there is not necessarily an equality, that these things may not be as effective at defending yourself as you wish that they were.
Yeah, every style has their own way about them. I mean,
yes,
the Gracie family, their techniques of grappling and on the ground grappling.
That's like a
there's no
snake.
defense against that.
Their whole family, they move like snakes. I mean, the way that they just wrap around someone, there's nothing you could do. They're applying pressure to all of your joints so fast that you have no choice but tap.
Yep.
Oh, some of my joints need pressure right now. So what we're talking about, Solo, if you don't know, is we're talking about Alec Baldwin right now.
I know. And before that, you guys said you didn't want to get political.
There's another reason why I didn't let you in. No, I'm just joking.
Would you prefer that we talk about Alec Baldwin's sweaty balls?
It'd be better than Alec Baldwin with guns.
I think a lot of people would agree with that.
Hey, man, the dude's filming a Western. I don't know. I just don't know I wish there was somebody we could bring on to explain it, but why would you have live rounds on a movie set?
So here's, I will preface this with, I am by far not even close to the know-all freaking expert in this field,
but
by any means. Here's some of my questions and thoughts on what I do and don't know, as I've kind of been reading on this and checking the last couple of days. I agree. I thought that they changed a lot of the laws and rules, that you could not have live rounds and do certain things due to the death of Brandon Lee, who accidentally got shot while filming The Crow. So when that happened, they changed a bunch of rules in production. And especially with firearms on set, ammunition on set, rounds, blah, 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 styles of guns that you can and can't use. All of those things came into play, and they did a very deep analogy of how and why in the accident happened. Now, with that said, to my understanding, and again, this could be wrong, I thought they had to have a blank or a welding casting of some sort in the barrel of any gun that was on the set, so that it could not shoot a live round. If it did, could cause damage to the gun and would explode in the gun.
So what a lot of the articles I was reading was they shoot a lot of blanks. They drop down the amount of
powder
in it. But what happens is they tend to try to make the angles off so there's nobody there, but there's still gas and other stuff that shoots out anyway.
Right, and that's what I was getting ready to explain in the next segment here, is that they do have certain guns that you can have an open barrel so that you do get that flash or that gas for the camera shot, so it looks more realistic. And again, you're right, less flash, more of a dead load, and it's more of like a good explanation would be like a musket rifle without the pellet. So you're getting the flash, you're getting the gas, but there's no bullet, there's no projectile. So to my understanding of what I read this morning, the person or gal that was firing the gun was actually shooting the gun at a gun range around the corner or at, an area, test practicing the gun, firing live real rounds to practice for the scene or for the shot or whatever.
Well, it was Alec Baldwin that had the gun.
Right. But she was practicing the use of the gun to get it prepped for the scene or for herself or whatever. They don't really explain. They just say she was practicing with the gun and maybe doing test shots. But I don't understand why they would use a live round for that. This is where my confusion comes in.
So what one of the articles I was reading, and this is going with what Dennis has asked, what were the safety concerns? It looks like a lot of the safety concerns was like that there was a lack of safety meetings about what's going on the set.
Right. And that's why a lot of them left, because everybody was like, whoa, wait a minute, we're not following protocol. Now all of a sudden you've got film students making the movie here because everybody left and now we're shorthanded.
So it was roughly 6 hours after the crew members packed up and left. Alec Baldwin fired the prop gun that killed the cinematographer and wounded the director. So there was just like people weren't even there. Like you think they just would have called it and just said, you know what?
So to my understanding, the scene that they were shooting is a camera dead front facing angle. So the camera is facing the gun pointing straight on, and that was the scene. So another question I have is, even if there's no chance in the world that this was a live round, the way I was raised, you never, ever, ever stand in the way of that.
That's like rule number one.
Don't
stand in front of a gun.
You put the camera there and you stand over here around the corner 5 feet away. Like, why are you standing in, like, that's just an accident waiting to happen, right? Like, duh. Duh. And so I don't know how the director, I understand how the cinematographer got shot. I don't understand how the director got injured. Did it hit the camera? The camera shrapnel and hit the there's a lot of other small questions that they have not really elaborated on, which may or may not be part of it. The safety concern over the whole thing, this very much could have been avoided. This very much should have been avoided. And so in the end, here's my major question. Are you still going to blame guns? Are we still going to go down that road, or it's the guns' fault?
I don't think anybody's saying that.
Right. Yeah.
Is that
I was going to say something about that. Right. So I was going to what Mojo says here. I had brought that up. That they had 2 misfires previous to this one. It happened earlier in October.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to touch
a couple
on.
Times last night.
I don't think this is going to touch on anything political outside of perhaps workplace safety.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see where and how this progresses forward and what, because I mean, legally, now we're talking legalities. Everyone wants a bad guy. So who's going to jail? Who's getting charged? Who's
the gun?
What's going to happen? Yeah, exactly. Do you charge the gun?
And if having the whole crew walk off the set the same day, hours before this happens, that really amplifies.
But can Alec Baldwin really be held responsible? Because there's people that are in charge of that. So it's somebody's job to say this is safe for him to do as his job.
Guess whose job it was? It was Alex, because he's the producer and he's the one that should have came in and said, hey, we lost our prop experts. We lost our people that take care of all of this. So as the head producer, to my understanding, now this is just what I read earlier. I don't know.
Yeah,
that
but somebody
for a fact.
handed to him, so there was somebody there that said,
Sure.
This check has been done. Here, you could perform this scene.
Right. So, and that's part of my
to
point.
Movies, when it comes to movies, usually it's the production company. You know, like if something happened on the set of Star Wars, it would be Lucasfilm or Disney. You know, if someone got cut in half with a lightsaber, you know. But
who put a real goddamn lightsaber on this fucking Star Wars set?
Yeah.
Why did you bring a real one?
So it's just interesting to see what will happen. It's sad no matter what. No matter what, it's a very sad happenstance that never should have happened. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason that it should have even been a chance that it could have happened. It's just improper safety, improper procedure of a lot of improper.
You really cut off fucking Mark Hamill's hand.
What do you do? Do you charge someone? Do you forgive it? Is there involuntary manslaughter charges? Does this change? Is this finally what it takes to change the logistics of what people can and can't do with guns in movies? It'll be really interesting to see how this pans and plays out.
There was a reason why they gave Will Ferrell a wooden gun in that movie. I'm just saying.
It probably comes down
they gave him the rape whistle that he did have a wooden gun.
Right.
The calculation is between cost and outrage, because you can take any amount of let's say wood shop tools, and you can actually have them. So that way you could touch your finger to a spinning saw blade and that saw blade will stop without cutting you. But almost nobody has them because of the cost. And so I bet you if you look at the same reasons of why did this happen, somewhere along the way, somebody was trying to cut costs and just drive things forward. And this is what we end up with. There's always time to get it right the first time. And I have a hard time whenever things like this happen because somebody just didn't do their job. Somebody didn't take their time to do the best they could.
Yeah. This is definitely going to be part of that lawsuit. If the person handling the gun didn't have the proper knowledge, you know,
or
you don't have a case. Yeah, you don't have a case. That person is at fault. And then the production company's at fault because they hired that person knowing they don't have the experience.
All right. Cover lover. You did two things I didn't think was possible. First, you found a way to make this both political and funny. And I'm not sure I appreciate either one of them, but I am laughing because I'm a filth bag at heart.
I think it's awesome. I think that's the cover lover wins the comment of the night.
Yeah, this could literally end up in the media as
it's in the media right now. It's all over.
But I mean, it could even get very political because of the whole gun debates that we've had in the last, couple of years, especially heightened in the last couple of years. But they could really use this on both sides to run both ways. And I hope it doesn't go that way, because I think that would be a real disservice and dishonor to the people who lost their lives and got injured due to this. But
that would be people grabbing someone's corpse and running with it for political purposes, and that's the wrong thing. That's not what this moment deserves, and it should not be letting that happen.
It's a bummer.
I agree 100%. But in today's world, I just I wake up every morning, roll over, and go, "Well, baby, what's today's new stupid? What are we going to see today?"
Yeah,
like she's kind of hot, man. I'm really sorry. It's sad.
Nowadays, everybody's a target.
Yeah. Yeah, and she was young too. Young, bright, career ahead of herself. Very talented. So
why doesn't this happen to the Harvey Weinsteins?
Right.
Because only the good die young.
Instead, he gets to keep going on and ends up looking like that guy from the Doctor Who show with the potato face out there ruining lives.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you have any cool pickups, Solo? Do you have anything cool to show off for us before we transition to anything? You don't.
I really
God
don't. I've
damn
been
it.
working on pressing and cleaning and trying to kind of learn and train myself. And I accidentally tore the cover on a really old book, but hey,
What
you
book?
gotta learn somehow. And the book was not in that great
How,
shape.
how did you tear it off? Did it get it like stuck to your hand and you're going
No,
like this? Or
I was cleaning it because with one of these, the rubber sponge things that you use,
Uh-huh.
and I was cleaning it and kind of holding it flat and sort of just trying to get the overall clean. Well, because it's old and so brittle, here, I'll grab it. I'll show you. I was kind of cleaning lightly and it just happened to grab it just right that it just ripped it because it's so brittle. Which isn't,
the
that
lesson here is nobody sends your books to Solo to get pressed yet.
Hey, I'm still learning, but I mean and part of the reason I'm doing it with this book is this book had serious water damage, and so it was really rippled and wrinkled. And so I mean it's a low grade anyway. It's a super low
When
grade.
you get good, I have a really good it's a water wrinkled book. It's the first appearance of Cable. I'll let you press it when you get better.
Oh, wow. Yeah, absolutely. So I mean it's an old Strange Tales. It's burnt around all the edges and boxing, and it's not in. I mean, you can see up here where it's let's see if I can find. Yeah, you can see where the staples are almost just in because the cover's so just old and beat and tore up. There's chunks of it missing, like right here.
And those Silver Age staples, they're not meant to last.
No, and they're molded and chunked up, and I mean you can see the browning all around on the top corners right there, where it's like it looks like someone took a lighter and like burnt it. It's that bad.
How many books do you think you've practiced on now, Solo?
Oh, yeah,
100, 20,
yeah, 100. But the hardest part, like right now, I'm pressing a Deadpool, and it's a newer style. So there you go. Keep looking, Colonel.
Keep on looking.
But you gotta practice. I mean, that's the only choice that you have is to continue practicing. And it's not. There's a huge difference between pressing a Shazam #1 and then going through and pressing like a modern Shazam. You know what I mean? Like they're two totally different styles, totally different books, totally different issues on the books. And that's what you have to practice and learn is and that's what I'm struggling with is just it's like when I became an electrician, switched outlets confused me and they were a little hard that first 2-3 months. Well, after 400,000 switched outlets, I can do it 1,000,001 ways. I can do it through a light. I can do it from the switch. I can do it from, you know what I mean? Like there's 100%. A lot of ways you can do it.
I know when I was first trying to learn to press with Bryan, I remember that I had the press too hot. So I would apply the small amount of, moisture to the atmosphere, you know what I mean? Sure. And then I was like burning the shit out of books. Right. And I remember like laying on, I'm sweating because the press is so hot, which should have been like my first indicator that like it's cranked too high because I'm sitting there sweating. Just like, and you know how they get when the press is too hot and you do it, it's like, you did it.
Well, in figuring out with that heat, it's too hard to press Turox, although I am going to try one. Don't get me wrong, because it's embossed. I am going to try one. So part of it is having the like cooking sheet paper plus the right paper in between to keep it flat. That cooking sheet paper helps dissipate the heat.
I also forgot that. I didn't do that. I was just like
getting it super hot because I'll get it up to about 137, 130, 140, right in that 135 to 140 mark. and I'll get it under there, get it, kind of set up first, open it, get it up to the temperature, get everything lined in it with the different papers and the different everything in there. And then the heat, cookie wrap shit, and put it in there, and then close it and let it count down because it's got a slow ticker. So it starts ticking down from that 137 or 140, starts counting down backwards. And then once it alarms, I turn it off and I just let it sit and completely cool in the press. And that makes a huge difference no matter what the age of the book. Obviously, I get good enough moisture and everything in it beforehand. But once I leave it in there and let it go and cool off in the press, because I have time to do it. I mean, I'm just learning and I'm not in a rush. I'm not trying to make everything perfect in 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I've found that that's really helped me a lot. But I again, I'm learning. I'm teaching myself and trying to get more information and look on the interwebs for, tips and tricks and stuff. And I see stuff on Instagram of people that are just knocking it out of the park with their presses. And I'm like, hey, you got any pointers? Like, what do you know that I don't know? Because your shit is dope. And mine ain't anywhere in that ballpark.
Have you seen some of the stuff the comic book scientist is doing for restoration?
Yeah.
Amazing. He's using advanced chemistry and creating whole processes to absolutely beautify books. It's a work of wonder to watch him.
Yeah, and some of the stuff he's doing, I'm like, I'll tackle that 10 years down the road. Like, I'm not tackling that for at least a few more years. Like, that's craziness.
Is Marco trying to communicate through us on a fucking phone, or is he in a shit house or something?
I don't know.
This could be a pocket dial. It could come out of his pocket. We may see things we wish we didn't.
He was at a wedding earlier, so
are you hiding in the shitter, Marco?
He's calling from he's calling from the movie Buried.
Let me out.
Yeah, I'm in here. I only have one horror story about it pressing, and it's not even my story. My friend Wes, who does he sells comics on Facebook, and he had bought I guess it was The Office. It had a special comic that came out. Well, he tried to press it and didn't know that the ink was special, and it just like splotched the whole book.
Sure.
And it was like $150 book. And it was like, it's hard to find.
Yeah, don't learn on $50 books.
Hey, can I borrow your Hulk 181 so I can practice how to press?
Yeah, I'm learning. Can I grab your 181 and just toss that bad boy up under here?
Right.
No, I went to Dollar Ben's. I got a whole stack of Dollar Ben just fodder books that are half destroyed. And I'm not looking to make a mint or perfect, but it helps me to kind of see what I can and can't get out, what I'm looking for as far as curability. Some of the techniques or different techniques I can practice on them to make them better. It's just it's fun. I mean, it's fun. I'm getting better every book. I am getting way better.
I fucking hope so.
If you're getting worse, you're doing it wrong.
I know that's what your girlfriend tells you. The more you try, the worse you get. But I'm hoping it's the opposite with comic pressing.
It is. I feel it is. And I started I'm finally comfortable now to the point where I'm taking before pictures and like after pictures. And so I can kind of give some example. Right? Well, not of the books. Shit. Should I do the books?
Are you at the point of taking other people's books?
I don't know that I'm comfortable with that yet. It would depend on the book and how badly it was, or how much it needed, how old it was, stuff like that.
I would say to you, if you're going to do someone else's book, make sure you know the person personally.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
If you fuck it up, he's probably gonna be cool about it, and you could just help
Well,
them
and I
out
feel
there.
like
If
I mean, I'll press your Turok because that way, if I fuck it up, I have like at least 2 that I can give you in return. Be like,
Look,
here you go.
what you should do is
Here's 2 9/8 that I have just sitting
I'll
here.
give you my shitty Turok and be like, look how well I pressed this, and you give me one of your 9.8s. Look how good of a job I did.
Look at how good I've gotten. This is amazing.
this guy's a fucking miracle worker.
Dude, look at it. Looks like a different book. That's how fucking badass I am at
Yeah.
this.
You got all the scratches out of the foil and everything. Yeah, I buffed it.
The rip's gone too.
She buffed out.
Yeah, this shit'll buff out.
I let
The
Solo
page that
press
was
one of my
missing is
books
back.
one time, and it came back with like what looked like a mushroom stamped into it, but it was like super elongated. It was very weird.
Yeah,
Very
it
weird
was,
situation.
Well,
It was a very endowed mushroom stamp.
It was.
but it was a tall mushroom.
It had girth.
Yep.
So
no, it's fun. That's what I've been up to, and
Cool.
just trying to try some different stuff in storage and container and boxes, short boxes versus long boxes, Mylars versus regular bags and boards.
Has anybody else here played with any ozone?
I haven't. I do want to make an ozone box bad.
It's absolutely fantastic for removing mold, or at least stopping mold from growing and taking the smell out of books. So if you get books that just have an unpleasant smell. Yeah, the key
Is
isn't
that where you put it in the
an
plastic
ozone.
bag?
You get an ozone generator. I got like a little hotel size one. I throw it inside of a bin, close it up, and just leave it in there for a period of time. I was actually using it for a lot of old Atari games and Atari systems. And so you're talking about plastic, which had a lot of it sunk in. I'd let it go for 12, 24 hours. They would come out, smells brand new.
What what is the CFM, or what is the volume of the one that you got?
You need those to
Probably
make
far
to grow
bigger than I
shrooms
needed.
too, right?
No, I don't.
Because I know
they don't get contaminated.
You cannot have the ozone bleeding out. You can't be breathing it. So you have to have it somewhere where it's contained and like it's in either open air so that it's safe, or that you don't go into space for a long period of time.
Right, because I know you can get them relatively inexpensive at like hot tub stores and stuff like that, because they have them in hot tubs.
Yeah, mine was like $60. It's a little one about this size, just the size of like a brick, and I just throw it inside of a plastic bin with whatever it is I need to defunkify.
Oh, okay.
Plug it in and let it go.
The whole thing in there. The ones that I've seen are like piped into a homemade like a Tupperware, like a large Tupperware.
I mean, people be fancy. I'm just going easy. Like, I just want to get the job done. I don't want to sit there.
Sure.
I'm not making YouTube videos to show off how I'm sitting there and channeling like from this device to this other device. You put the device inside of a closed container with whatever it is you want to get the stank out of, and the stank is gone.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I do, and it's cheap. You take your comics and you either put them in a bin or a bag, and you just use dryer sheets, and you leave them there for a long period of time, and after a while that smell goes away with the dryer sheets.
But does it make it smell like dryer sheets?
Yeah.
Do you want to wear your comics?
This
Just rubbing yourself with them.
This Turok smells of lavender. I love this book.
And you drink them both together.
Lavender Turok is my favorite. Not that I don't like cheap and easy. It reminds me of my ex-wife. So that is definitely right up in my wheelhouse.
Speaking of wheelhouse,
so she's available, is what you're saying.
You want her, pal.
Hey, if you want to take on that challenge, go for it. Where is Marco? He keeps popping in and out.
That's what she said.
Yes. They say that to Marco a lot.
How are you, Matt? What you up to, Daddy-O? Good to see you, brother.
Good. What's up, fellas? How's it going?
I figured we'd bring Matt in since we got a little bit of Spider-Man talk.
Stick Boys, nice to see you face to face instead of in a chat.
Hey, nice to see you, buddy.
So-
What's Spider-Man track we got?
So a little bit earlier today, they released this picture of Spidey running away from Doc Ock. Like he's scared. I'm not fucking with this guy. I'm out of here.
Everybody run.
And did you get the chance to see this, Matt, of this new teaser?
I haven't.
I like that he's got the Iron
Spider.
The Iron Spider suit on. I do like that. But why is he running away from him?
Yeah,
he's going the wrong way.
He has his most OP suit, and he's trying to run away from the guy.
Yeah, like what is going
not
on
swing
here?
away, just running away.
He's like I don't. It looks like he's so like frazzled. He's like his fight or flight instinct is just to run.
Is Doc Ock even facing towards Peter? It looks like they're facing away from each other.
He's kind of paying attention. He's off to the side a little bit, kind of paying attention.
No, because if you look at it,
a car.
Doc Ock is throwing a car that is in the opposite direction from Peter. So they're not even facing each other.
Let's see if I can come up.
Is Doc Ock blasting that much ass gas that it's got Peter hauling the other way?
He's like, fuck this.
I'll blow this car in your general direction, pal. Don't make me do it.
You have to say it with a French accent.
I can't.
I almost wonder if
I'll say it.
Oh no, he is
French
facing.
accent. Ready?
Okay.
I surrender. There you go.
Oh,
I almost wonder if he's
accent.
not running
Okay.
away, and this shot is just Doc is surprising him, because you see in the trailer where he gets in like his fighting pose and the tentacle or his like spider legs come out of the back of his suit. So I kind of wonder, and that's when it turns around and you get the hello Peter. So I wonder if that's one like a surprise moment where he's not running away, but
he looks like he's running away.
He does look like he's running. So
this looks like a bad Photoshop.
This is the part where the Forrest Gump universe jumps into the MCU universe, and he hears the voice of Jenny saying "Run, Forrest, run!" So he just decides to take off.
But
run,
his
Spider, run!
Yeah,
but his shoulders looks like he's wearing some kind of 1980s blazer that a woman would wear on.
With the shoulder pads.
Yeah,
yeah.
Look at the shoulder, like it looks like a really shitty Photoshop.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Yeah.
That's
And
good. I hadn't
the
noticed
other
that.
arm too. Like it's like is that even an arm, or is that just a blur that someone streaked down a nub from his shoulder?
That's their poor attempt to de-age his shoulders, just like they de-aged Alfred Molina. That's
Like
what that
someone
is.
put
Yeah,
their
Patrick
hands,
says
you know,
fake.
they leaned
Nothing
over
about
the
this looks
film,
rude.
smudged the ink.
I mean, even look at Spider-Man's face. That don't look right.
The shadowing under the jaw is definitely goofy.
I think it's just because they actually took a picture of it while it's moving, so you're catching it between frames.
No. But look at every other thing inside there. You would say that Doc Ock's arms wouldn't be moving and have that same problem, or the car that he's picking up and throwing wouldn't have the same problem. The only thing that's all like ganked up in this whole thing is the everything of Spider-Man.
I mean,
If you look at his bottom, at that one right behind the car that's on the ground, I'm
He's
pointing
got-
at it like you guys can see where I'm fucking pointing. Okay, I
he got the
feel bad.
Quasimodo
That one's
shoulder.
a little fuzzy.
Dude, he doesn't even have a forearm on his left arm. If you look, that smudge is just from his shoulder down. And then where's the rest of the arm?
I mean,
kind of like
I'll be 100% honest. If Doc Ock was throwing a Honda Civic at me, I'd probably be running as well.
It's a Nissan Altima,
I'd
bro.
I'd
You
turn
can
around
tell
and
by the
kick him
logo at the
balls.
front, the little circle. That's a Nissan Altima.
I'd be like, hey, we don't do that here, Doc. And then I'd kick him right in the balls.
Even Spider-Man's legs, too. If you look down on, it looks like it's just not merged right. Like this looks like a really hokey Photoshop. I don't even want to give. I don't want to.
Even
I don't want to
like
diminish
these lines
Photoshop.
here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like these lines on his
Yeah, point
pants
there.
here.
Point a little more over. A little over. There you go.
But I just
See what you're saying. I hadn't really noticed it or really deep dove into that photo, but what you're pointing out is definitely. I can see what you mean about how it looks kind of choppy and not right.
I wish we could find a different
Go to
picture of
Empire
it.
Magazine Kyle, go to Empire Magazine and show that the cover for the magazine.
Are you
Empire
talking about
Magazine.
the Sandman?
Yeah, EmpireMagazine.com.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to see any more LA Lost shoulders on Spider-Man.
Right?
Hey, man, that just shows you that his shoulders can carry the load.
Only the one though. It was all Quasimodo, just one shoulder.
Well, that's the girl from Night Court. She always had the
Roz?
No, the hot
right there.
blonde in Night Court.
Oh damn.
She was in
Christine was her character name.
Christine was her character name. She was in
It's the same
something
picture.
about Mary as well. She was the mom.
Mhm.
Oh, we got the Frank and the Beans.
Yeah, that cover is sweet.
How'd you get the beans about the Frank?
Well, you see, in my old age, they hang a little bit lower, so I can easily just pivot my hips. And they flip over and just sit on top of it like a little hat.
She always had the shoulder
Marky
pads in Night
Post.
Court.
Yes. Cover
Marky
Lover.
Post.
Thank
Good
you,
job.
Cover Lever Comics, Marky Post. That's who.
Yes.
That's her. That's the actress's
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Oh, Patrick had it first. Sorry.
So Ronnie says, Solo, how many books do you have? You're stacked high.
I 2 or 3 or I don't know, 5, 10.
The secret is each one of those boxes is got one book in it only, and that's
They're
it.
actually empty. It's all there for effect, everybody.
The irony is only one of those is Star Wars, and the rest is My Little Pony.
Secrets, bro. Don't give them away.
Marco said I'll be there in 15 minutes, 19 minutes ago.
Oh, we're still
Just-
also waiting on Brian too. But
I
he's-
gave up.
He's
Brian.
walking. So
He's lost in the city of Baltimore. Is this my hotel? He's just sticking his card in random hotel doors.
I don't
Hold on, I gotta-
honestly know how many books I have, and I keep selling more, so the counts.
It's a
all messed
backdrop.
up anyway.
It's a picture.
It's my green screen.
It's big. Oh, dang.
And now
Pass-
those are all the short
Oh,
boxes.
no.
Those are none of my long boxes.
oh, Mojo.
Have any of you guys watched that Dune movie yet?
Yes. Oh my god, it is so amazing.
Is that the one that has half the MCU actors in it?
Yes.
Okay.
It
Well,
is
Aquaman did it
really,
too.
really good.
Yes, it's a merging of the worlds.
Dave Bautista's in it.
Yeah, they did a
Yeah,
really good
Bautista's in
job. Even if you're not super knowledgeable about Dune, or you haven't read the books. I've never read the books. I know of them and I know excerpts of them, but I've never read them. It's still really, really enjoyable.
It's like, what the fuck is going on in this movie? Did you see this? That people want Kristen Stewart to play the Joker? Did any of you guys see this?
Mm-mm.
This is some fucking bullshit right here. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Why? Just because Patton is the Batman?
Yeah.
Let's go.
People
Why don't we
wanting
give
her
her a
to-
punchline?
Yeah, there you go.
You fucking take that back. There's way better people that can play that than
Maybe-
her. She is like
maybe
the
Catwoman.
worst actress. No way.
Maybe
No way.
you know, a Catwoman. I mean, he didn't need to be a good actress. I mean, look at the Halle Berry one.
What am I saying?
Absolutely.
Say it. Vampire.
Yeah.
Sparkles was son.
No, dude, that motherfucker's gonna kill it.
The last trailer was pretty impressive. Like, I have to admit, the last trailer piqued my curiosity to see him play it.
I agree. A female Joker wouldn't be bad, Patrick, but just not her. That's just my point in it. Like anybody else.
Janine Garofalo?
Almost. Okay. Let me.
Will she have the
Damn
bowling
it.
ball with the skull?
Not quite anybody else.
Yeah.
Not. Besides them two, that okay, you got me. I gotta admit it. You fucking got me.
Only if she has the bowling ball with the skull in it. I mean, that's,
Ooh.
Yeah, that could be good. She knocked it out of the park in that movie.
yeah, Mystery Men was great.
Yeah,
That was a great movie.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What are your thoughts though on the new Spider-Man movie coming out? I mean, because like as we've talked about on this channel before, is Matt fucking nailed it on.
He did. Called it.
He fucking called it. He preached that shit for a long time, and he got people told him he was fucking crazy, but Matt fucking here he called the storyline. So how do you think this is going to be, Matt?
I mean, I don't know. I still
Damn.
think it's going to be a
I brought you up
mashup
and you
of.
said I don't know.
I know. I still think it's going to be a mashup of storylines. You're going to have the. A lot of people are looking at One More Day. I think it's going to be more One Moment in Time. I think I still wouldn't the way they're talking now. So if you're paying attention to the way they're talking now, you hear a lot of this is the end. This is Spider-Man's end game. No Way Home is Spider-Man's end game. Tom Holland says this movie feels different. It's like it's an ending. It's an ending to a trilogy.
Also, he said he doesn't want to play Spider-Man anymore. Is also
so the
another
way
good
they're and Sony announced that they're going to do 3 more Marvel movies slated, and we've heard that Madam Web's coming. We've heard all we know that Spider-Woman's coming. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of this movie she shows up to introduce Madam Web, and she shows him the Mystic Web, and you see Miles, and you see Spider-Woman, and you see Gwen, and you see all these different versions of Spider-Man to transition into what Sony's going to do with this character once Marvel's not in control of it anymore.
You said the magic word that I think a lot of people aren't talking about. And if we have to look at the history of Sony to really have a picture of the whole view, Sony loves the cash. They love the cash grabs. And the only thing they really have is the Spider-Man franchises. And so they've never had any good success maintaining one of them for any sustained period of time until the Tom Holland MCU Spider-Man. And so they're working very tightly with Disney to really expand that universe and build upon both sides. Miles Morales is the one property we haven't heard about. And whenever that lands in live action, it's just going to be just insane volumes of money. That there's nothing that's going to touch quite as much as Miles is going to. And you never hear anything about that. And you know that Sony can't wait to get to that. Given coming out of the pandemic, all of these studios are hurting for cash. And that's the most sure shot you can have. And you haven't heard anything about that. So I kind of do expect to hear Miles popping up in the next movie so that they can finally crack that open and start moving that direction. I wouldn't be surprised if they have multiple Spider movies, because that's the one franchise that they can actually capitalize on. Marvel and Disney have everything else. They have Spidey.
They already gave you that nugget too in Homecoming, where you see the Prowler, and he's like, he talks about his nephew, and so they already planted that seed. So now they're just going to start watering it, and it's
because Sony doesn't
the way they're talking with everything coming to an end, and this being the end of their trilogy, and they're going to shift gears, and Sony's not going to give up Spider-Man. I think contractually they have to make a Spider-Man every couple of years. Is the right, so
keep
they're going to keep making Spider-Man, so it's going to be,
and so they're going to keep pumping them out. And that's the thing, is that like they only have Spider-Man, where Marvel has the rest of the MCU has every other Marvel title available. So there's such a diversity available where Sony can't do anything but just keep pushing different Spider properties down or into the movies with as much frequency to try and keep up.
That's what I think Oh, go ahead, Solo. What were you saying?
So my question to you, Matt, with the trailer after Venom, how do you see Sony doing that, kind of waiting until this movie's over, and then kind of starting the whole run with the Madam Web, the Venom, because it really hinted towards either Venom's coming to Disney or Disney's got to give up Spider-Man to go to Venom. is the kind of the way I saw that.
I kind of think that there's a lot we don't know about that took place behind the scenes when they made this deal for a second run with Spider-Man the MCU.
Sure.
And I think that when they sat down and wrote the script for Spider-Man 3, if they were going to make it a definitive end, they said we have to connect this somehow. I honestly think that the end of Venom, Let There Be Carnage, is a misdirect. It's a check out my hand, here's where we're going. Because Venom licks the TV and says this guy. So, you know, it's like there's some connection there. So to me, I think that's going to play into the Spider-Verse aspect of it instead of like what we're dealing with in the MCU. I
think it'll be both ways.
Yeah, I could see that, yeah. But I just don't.
Because they need a Spider-Man in the MCU, and Sony needs their own Spider-Man properties separate from the MCU to keep pushing forward. And so you need something to kind of cross-bind them all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they need Spider-Man, but I think Spider-Man definitely helps them.
I mean, if the MCU is heading towards the Secret Wars and so many of these other things, Spider-Man is key to so many different larger storylines. You can't just leave them out. Plus, how many people get drawn in just because Spider-Man's in the title or Spider-Man's in the movie? You can't deny the popularity of the character.
No, everybody loves Spider-Man. Sure. It's one of the things is, and I've had this discussion many times on this show, on Absolute Geek, is you get into comics, you're getting into what to buy. Spider-Man is where everybody goes. It's what everybody knows. It's what everybody likes. He's got that thing that just draws people to it. So putting out those Spider-Man movies is what's going to help them. You know, they know people are going to go see it. Yeah. And it's going to put seats in the movie theater, I guess. I hope they do them all.
Asses in seats.
I hate going to the theater, so.
Well, and I saw in the comments someone said, hate to say it, but there's no way Sony doesn't cash in on Venom with Null. That's true because, and even with the Spider-Man stuff, there's no way we don't see Spider-Man and Venom in the same movie now because that's what everyone's talking about. Nobody could give a shit about Venom Let There Be Carnage. Everyone's talking about that end credit scene. Everyone's like, this movie was whatever, but it's that end credit scene. It's that end credit scene. They're seeing the dollar bills. It's gonna happen. It's just not.
Well, we also haven't seen Morbius. Morbius got put on hold and pushed back and all that. So we still haven't even seen the release of that one.
Yeah.
Well, Spider-Man is in that Morbius trailer. He's on that poster on the wall as he's walking by. This says killer or something like that.
I thought that was another misdirect.
Because
it is because I believe it's Tobey's Spider-Man.
It's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and then
but killer is written across it in like white spray paint.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you have to have a Spider-Verse storyline to tie all three together. So that would make sense, like you were saying, Leopold. That would have to have. You have to have both that verse, Spider-Verse, to really play all of it.
Yeah.
And you can call me Stanky. It's okay.
Stanky.
Murderer. There you go.
Stanky.
Yeah, it's that right there. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Matt was saying, I believe that is the old Sam Raimi Spider-Man costume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I'm still pissed off that we never got to see Bruce Campbell as Mysterio. That's probably the biggest disappointment out of that whole first run of Spider-Man movies.
I mean, Bruce Campbell should kind of just be in everything, so.
I agree with that.
I mean, anything that Bruce Campbell's not in, he just makes it better, so. The fact that he's just not in everything.
I'm more interested to see how, I'm expecting Sony to do a hard pivot right now with these movies. After
I went to the Bro Bible.
That's awesome.
I'm expecting a hard pivot with this stuff though, because everyone's talking about that end credit scene in Venom with Spider-Man. So it's showing you that their universe doesn't work without their key figure. So I'm expecting a hard pivot away from him being involved in Disney as he is, and more being involved in the universe they're trying to build.
Sure.
I
Okay,
believe
so
Patrick, though.
with that said, I have a question. And I don't mean like a full out like spec book or anything, but what books, if they're going that route, like you think, what books would you look for? What books should you be like, oh, I want to read up on this or I want to read up on that? How do you think they're going to tie in? Because somehow they're going to have to follow some part of the script as they already do now from the comics. So what are we looking at? Ultimate Spider-Man comics now with that whole crossover Spider-Verse stuff, and the new day with the Spider-Verse, with like where are you looking here as far as like and I hate to call them spec, but what books are you gonna spec off that? What books are you looking to
buy
find
from
and buy
it? Yeah.
and read so that you know some gist of what's going on?
Well, do you get Ben Riley? Do you get Peter Parker?
I've always said that I've been a big, and this is hard because I've been a big like proprietor of Marvel puts things in front of you they want you to know about. They want to draw your attention, so it draws you into the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And we're walking into the resurgence of Ben Riley as Spider-Man in the comics right now. Like they have put Peter Parker in a coma, and Ben Riley basically owns the rights to the name Spider-Man now because thanks to Doc Ock, and he's the Spider-Man right now. So it's very much they're putting Ben Riley in the forefront, and that's kind of like the same thing with like they've been doing with Mephisto. They brought him a lot, and everyone thought he was coming in WandaVision, but didn't. But they still give you that underlying tones that whole deal might be there somewhere in No Way Home. So
yeah.
As far as specking goes, it's hard. It's hard to like right now. Everyone's specking hard on Brand New Day, one moment or one day, one more day, and one moment in time. And I think that's all smart choices. Kyle showed a book, the first Madam Web, that I think that book is criminally undervalued right now, especially with what Sony's planning to do.
I mean, it looks like, I brought it up. It was, I'll bring it back up again.
I thought I saw some of them when you brought it up. They were like 25, 28. I thought that book was going for a lot more than that. Maybe it was a low grade. I was probably jacking my jaw and not paying as close attention as I should have been.
Well, here, I'll bring it up and we'll take a look.
Here's just a general question. Obviously, whenever Miles does come to live action, will he land on the MCU side? Will he land on the Sony side? Will he be shared? Because that's such a major property. Like Peter Parker's been Spider-Man the last 50 years. Anybody under 30 just considers Miles their Spider-Man.
Doesn't Marvel own all the rights to Miles though?
No, because Sony's the one that makes Into the Spider-Verse. So
yeah, but Miles came out after that original deal, right?
Well, so did Null. So that means that, if they're claiming to have Null rights, then I think Sony has any character that's, the way I understand it is that any character that's built into the Spider-Man universe is automatically Sony has claim to it.
Right, but would it be would it be anybody previous to their original? I mean, and they reworked deals, so who knows what it is now?
Yeah.
But it would be whoever's in that universe then previous, and then going forward, you would have to make a new deal, which they may have already done because of Miles being so popular.
I mean, the last sellings of this Madam Web, I mean, they're going for a decent amount. I mean, 50. I mean, it's today. It sold for 51. Here's another one that sold for 94.
You guys are still fucking on.
Well, and look at
it looks like you're not.
Cover Lover brought up a really good point about the whole Ditko estate payout, and they didn't want to pay any of that. So that could also play on who and where and why and what and how. Because Marvel could just plain say, "Hey, we're not going to pay that out. So here you go, Sony. It's all you."
Here, Marvel doesn't deserve to have Spider-Man.
I don't know.
How was that half-hour ride back to your walk to your hotel, McClay?
It took however long it's been, so it wasn't a half hour.
It was one
been a
joint
while.
long.
No, it was more than that. It's been a while, dude.
Yeah.
You've been gone for. I figured you got lost. You're at the wrong hotel.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, we're walking around with like at least 3 or 4 people that drink for like you, dude. That drink like you. I'll say that. and you walk around with those people, and they stop at strip clubs. So.
Oh, Bryan.
So
40
minutes
Not
later,
not me, dude. I played it safe because I don't want to lose all my money that fast, dude.
I'm sorry, I can't go into the strip club. I have comics to buy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a safe bet.
Dude,
There's
no,
nothing
I know
wrong
what
with
happened.
that.
Dude,
Watch it. Someone's behind you.
Yeah, that's Nick Hart. Everybody say hello to Nick Hart.
He was on the show earlier.
Yeah.
Hi, Nick.
What's up, guys? So I'll let Nick tell a funny story.
Tell it.
You want to hear a really good story?
Always.
Have a seat, Nick.
Is this about a man named Jed? Poor mountaineer couldn't keep his family fed. I feel like I might have heard this one.
Shooting at some food.
And up from the ground came some bubbling crude.
So last night I got a little too fucked up. I kind of lost track of everyone in bars. Ended up like a mile away from the hotel, and I slept on someone's stoop for like an hour and a half and lost my phone.
Oh, that's not a funny story at all.
Did you wake up on your own, or did
Yeah,
the
I woke up
owner
on my
of the
own. I
stoop?
didn't get
Okay.
arrested or anything. It was great. I woke up on the good side of town because I guess if I went a couple blocks the other way, I would have been fucked. But whatever, it was a good time.
So, what strip club did you guys go to?
We didn't go to a strip club. They were outside bullshitting for like hours talking. I was like, "Yo, I."
So
just
Brian's fucking lying to us.
No, somebody did go to a strip club. We just decided we didn't want to waste the time or money.
Don't pay for something you can get for free.
Axe. We got the internet. Why pay for that?
Right. I am not paying your car payment, stripper.
I'll tell you, they love you though. It's true.
They love you until you're out of money.
What do
You're
you
my
mean
number
the
one
stripper
GI?
doesn't like me? You're my number one GI. Oh shit! All right.
Well, I'm sorry. Have you found your phone yet? I'm sorry.
No, I have to buy a new phone.
Dang, bro, I'm bummed to
Hey,
hear that. That's a bummer.
Not me.
But
You know, I made a shit ton of money. I sold all my books in like 2 hours. I got one book left to sell, so it's pretty good.
Buy a new
That's
phone.
good. Did you
What do
have
you
a
got
bunch of, like bunch of heaters or what?
Yeah, I did. I made about 1,900, so it wasn't too bad.
Oh, nice. That's good.
It's not a bad day's work.
What's that?
That's not a bad day's work.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I was gonna try to sell at the Flipside booth, and I was like, let me just shop around. It was like $200, $100, $100. I had them all stickered. They're like, wiggle room. I'm like, sure. What do you want to offer me? The only book I didn't sell was my black and white New York Comic-Con Something's Killing the Children J. Lee black and white one. Got up for 1,000. I'll probably take like 800 if someone offer me.
Sure.
Damn.
That's pretty. I mean, that's fair though. Asking $1,000 and then taking a little less. That's totally fair market.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I'd say 9.6 or 9.8, and you add a signature or sketch. That's a $2,500 to $3,500 book. You know.
Sure.
You're probably still coming out good on that.
Yeah, I paid $25 for it when it came out because I liked
Yeah, there
the
you go.
series, you know?
Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome. So what you're not telling us is you made 1,900, but you sold like 4 181s and like a Fallout 4 and
He better made more than 1,900.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But no, it was killing me not to buy anything though. Like I just don't. I walked around, looked at stuff. I bought like one mag, and I was like, I don't need any of this. I'd rather go home with money for once, you know.
Mm-hmm. So, not impressed with a lot of the books that are there for sale, or not
I'm just
impressed
not
with the
into comics
prices
anymore. Like nothing.
All
really
about the
catches me.
mangas.
Oh, I'm all about that manga life. I enjoy it so much.
do you have a thermometer somewhere in that room where you can take your temperature? I feel like you might not be feeling okay. Like, are you okay? Did you have a little too much last night?
No,
Did they have to put the
the
charcoal
past couple
in your
months.
stomach?
The past couple months, it's just I like the art, I like the better story quality, and like nothing's gonna get changed every 5 to 6 months on me. But it's a personal preference. I mean, I the only thing I'm waiting for, like when I was at New York, that I missed the panel for, I can't wait for Saga to come back. That's something I'm really hyped for.
Yeah.
Heroes Reborn Comics. Don't question their flexibility.
I agree. That is a big announcement. I think everyone's real excited about Saga. I hope that they didn't wait too long, but I think they'll do it justice. I think it'll come back strong.
Like a 3.5 year hiatus.
Yeah,
that's a long time, but at least it's coming back though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same creators, right? Same team.
Yeah, same everybody.
Yeah.
Staples coming back, and Bryan's finishing, I guess, so it should be nice.
He's probably already got it mapped out anyway, so.
Well, it's a giant space opera anyways. Just Romeo and Juliet in space.
Ask Bryan if he had to get all of his weed on the plane.
Here comes Bryan, guys.
Fuck off, dickhead. you want to hear a great weed
Did
story?
you keister? Did you keister? How much did you keister?
I'll tell you a funny story. Is the mic working? Hold on.
Yeah, it's working.
No, it's not.
So I would believe you for a second, bro. So, anyways, who's that? Is that Marco?
It's fucking Marco. I'll be
Yeah,
there in 15
Marco.
minutes, Marco.
So, anyways, what was I saying?
About how you keister drugs onto the plane.
It was about the hooker with dysentery.
So Yee tells me, fucking Yee tells me that I can use my medical card here in Baltimore. So I called the dispensary the day before I leave, and they're like, fuck you, you can't do that. I'm like, motherfucker, what am I going to do?
Buy some motherfucking weed. There's a bunch of fucking people selling it.
Yeah, of course, dude. But I'm a different type. I'm built differently, Marco. I can't go without weed for a while because it's not fun.
You eat a bunch of balloons of it, and then you poop it out.
So I bought.
Not fun.
They literally sell it on every corner in Baltimore.
I bought 200 milligram brownies, and I took one of them as I was getting on the plane. It's a 4.5 hour plane ride, so I'm like, I'm just gonna pass the fuck out. This brownie's gonna hit me. I'm out. It didn't hit me until we were 30 minutes out of Baltimore. Plane ride fucking sucked. So
planes suck in general, dude.
As soon as I got here, dude, easy squeezy, lemon squeezy, peasy, whatever.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's what the kids say nowadays, man.
So it's been a lot of fun, dude. Like the con scene is crazy. I'm loving Marco. Marco was at fucking Motor City, dude. That shit was nuts.
Dude, cons are fucking crazy right now, dude. It's
Yeah.
fun as shit, dude. Except for when they creep you out. Like, dudes coming up to me full fucking cosplay and going, like, I don't know who you are. Sticks, what's up? You laughed, man? I want to say hi to my
He'll be back. There you
Solo,
go.
your head is fucking flossy.
What's wrong with a guy cosplaying as Harley Quinn? Come on, Marco.
Who's
What
that
do you
now?
think of?
No, it was the Batman who laughs, dude.
What do you think of prices in books and like selection of books, Bryan? Are you seeing a lot of good and a lot of?
Hey, JJ paused Dune for your story, Bryan.
All right. So did you hear Nick's story? How fucking
Ask
crazy is that
JJ.
shit,
JJ, get on here, man.
Right?
Send him the link. Send me the link in Hangouts and send it to JJ.
So it's been really cool though, but like it's been bonkers, man. Out of Bird City, fucking so many people just showed up on like they were like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go at the last second. Bird City sold all their shit out. So I'm just taking over their table tomorrow. So that's gonna be cool.
You got a bunch of shit to sell or what?
I didn't bring anything.
Can I give you
No.
Bryan? I love you like a brother, but could you give you a little advice? Stop shooting dudes' asses all day long. None of us want to see that shit. Like
I wasn't there, bro. I wasn't there.
It said, "Hey, yo, it's a Bryan's phone, bro. You can't."
I was. You can
Upgrade a
see,
little
dude.
bit.
At the same time, I'm on IG at the
he
fucking pub
eating
taking
pizza?
shots with Sean.
If he's eating fucking pizza, I mean, Hey, Kyle, I thought you had a no eating fucking rule on this podcast.
Bro, this is a different kind of thing here, bro.
I'm about to go get a piece of pizza now.
I'm a different kind of thing. Right?
So, it's been.
Dude, I'm glad. Hey, no, Brian,
prices
for real. Stop. Time out. For real. I'm glad you're enjoying it because, like, when you came in on Dark Side the other day, and you're like, "Is it fucking off and popping?" Like cons right now. I'm telling you, we didn't know better in Motor City than when fucking Stan Lee showed up. Mark that. Like
Stan
that's
Lee
how
showed up
legit.
at Motor City?
Yeah, like 6 years ago.
Oh fuck! I was about to say, holy shit, dude, that would be fucking.
No, yeah, he's
You had
dead now.
fun.
No, what I'm saying is financial wise, like that con was so off and popping like 6 years ago. Like that's how crazy it was.
Hey, Marco,
better than that shit this year. Yeah,
you want to hear something crazy?
I might be going to North Carolina with all the hillbillies.
Z sold his
My
Chamber
man.
of Chills 19.
I would have bought that.
13 grand.
Not for that, I wouldn't have.
He sold it, huh?
That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah,
You know, ask Z,
that was
ask
a
Z
good
when he and
shade.
me teed up at 4 years ago in Baltimore, because that's what we were doing with Grain Chambers of Chills. And like Z is the only one in pre-code horror that can catch with us. And like, dude, that dude's got some collections. And I'm glad that they're not doing on sighting because me and him used to have the horror stores of all. We'd always get like Red Label or fucking purple. What the fuck's a purple label? Purple label and shit like that. So tell Z I say what's up.
Purple's
You guys look like you're having a
restored.
fun shot over there, huh? It's good. I had a wedding obviously to go to. This is why I
It's
dress
bonkers,
up when
bro.
I'm in a wedding.
It's bonkers, dude. It's fun.
Good. Yeah, it's a good shot.
Yeah, I was bummed that you guys weren't here.
No, man, we miss it. Hey, listen, next year I'll get out there, but like I just couldn't do it. This year too much shit started coming down at the last minute, you know what I mean?
I almost felt like
shot. Everybody kept texting me, guys, stop with the fucking DMs, dude. I'm like, I got the kids by myself this week. Obviously, I was at a wedding with my wife, but like I cannot handle whatever the live stream is going on in fucking tails. If they're doing like I'm about to
go back
Fupa fronts, whatever it's called. I'm not gonna say it because it starts with a P, and it's like when they get their pants too high up. It looks like one big
I know what they're talking
Not
about.
me.
So
I
Brian had sent a link and said to pop in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I popped in and nobody was there, but Brian was stuck in the rain. And I was sitting there.
8th print.
There it is.
Oh,
there it is.
How long have you been looking for that, Brian?
Yes, sir, brother.
How long? Yeah, how long have you been?
Probably 5 years or more.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt's here.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, man. That always feels good when you look for something for so long and then you score it and you're like, yes.
You want to see something cool?
I think the best is usually a lost sock, so that's definitely a lot better.
It's always the left one too.
Fucking X-Files, dude.
Y'all gotta get old ladies. I've never lost a sock in my life.
All black X-Files book.
I didn't know they had an all black X-Files cover.
It's issue -2.
No, we gotta be part of it.
How bad is this going to look with a crazy alien sketch on it, bro?
Yes.
Just for Marco, it's going to say,
My man. No, my man. No, dudes. Hey, Brian, you know everybody thinks we don't like each other because of the shit that we talk about all the time. Like, I'm legit. Like, I love aliens and shit. And me and you are
No. Marco likes being probed in the butt by aliens.
No. Brian likes to be probed in the butt by aliens. Not me, but no, he doesn't even like that.
So, fuck, what was I gonna say? Did I tell you guys about the short box shit? Did you guys hear me when I was talking about all that craziness?
Did not hear you. Please tell us so we can understand.
So there's this company called Shortbox, and they
Are they 4'5" and above, or
no?
Are they taller than
like,
Nico?
they're like Whatnot, right? But they're for slabs, okay? And it's
They're really
easy.
strippers.
You just take your phone and you take a picture of your slab, and it picks up the barcode and it instantly puts it in there. You take a quick picture of the back, boom, it's up on there. They only take 10% fees, right? So it's a great place to sell slabs, right? So they put on this little shindig, and you'll know where it's at, Marco, at that Pratt Street Ale House place.
Oh yeah, across the street where we always get down.
Yep.
Legs
So
gonna
they
be tough.
did it there.
I guarantee he's gonna be laying down on the floor tomorrow.
I like this relaxed Marco with the mic in his hand.
I've had a lot to drink tonight.
Free alcohol.
Very white.
Free
That's
alcohol.
the best kind.
Really?
It was, dude, free alcohol, free food. It was
like
fucking.
free alcohol.
Hold on, I'm grabbing a plane to Baltimore right
It
now.
was cool, dude. It was cool. It was
That
cool to
is
see
cool.
that.
Okay, I
Yeah.
have to go to Pumpkin Patch tomorrow. Get a couple pumpkins for the kids, but after that, I'm going to Baltimore.
Hey, did you guys talk about Alec Baldwin?
Yes.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
What
That shit
happened
is
to it?
so sad, dude.
I'll have to catch it on the replay.
I don't wish that shit on anybody, bro.
This is actually my real voice, but
Yeah.
what happened with Alex Baldwin, man? I like that dude. What happened?
What
with
happened with Alex Baldwin?
I don't know what happened with Alex.
He had sweaty balls. Somebody died. There's a lot that happened in between.
Way bars.
That sucks.
He killed somebody.
He Brandon
Not
lead
sweaty balls.
somebody.
No shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Sad, bro.
I wouldn't shit you, buddy. You're my favorite turd.
Your head looks very bright tonight, Solo. That's sweet.
I
You
polished
buff
it.
that fucker?
I did.
That's cute.
I got out the buffer and the Carnauba. And
I
I
didn't
fucking
shit you, but you're
I
my
slathered
favorite
me a layer
turd.
of shine.
That case of turtle wax from the Jeopardy show came in handy.
Right, dude. Listen. This is the thing. We got to get. Let's go to Heroes. They're doing a fucking mini Heroes, but it's a real Heroes. Let's all go Heroes. Heroes is fucking dope. Let's do it.
Nobody can sound like Gary Busey unless you have a whole bunch of surfboards for teeth.
And cocaine. Lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
Lots of cocaine. It's a hell of a drug.
So yeah, dude, it's pretty cool. It's been fun, and I'm fucking beat. I'm really fucking.
Wow, I
beat.
can't believe
tired?
that Bird City already sold out. Good for them. I'm
Yeah,
stoked for
congratulations
them.
to
They
I'm
worked
bummed
really
because
hard
I forgot
get
to
their,
ask them to put one aside for me. So I'm
They probably
bummed.
have another one laying around for you. I know they treat you well.
I feel bad for them. You know what happened to their fucking the run of those? Dude, they got all because of the glow in the dark. You know what I mean? The bottoms of all those books kind of got a little messed up, right? And there's nothing they could do about it.
Did the dye run?
What's that?
Did the glow in the dark dye run on the bottom? Yeah.
No, it didn't run. So the glow in the dark is like on the top is almost like a sandpaper type feel. And so when they put them all in the box, the backs of them all kind of have a little bit of rub on them.
I can't read
because they're black backs and who does Stray Dogs? Image wouldn't do anything about it.
Fuck Image.
No.
They're not going to do second prints
call
now.
Tony and call Tony and Trish. There are people, man.
Well,
Here, I'll message-
even
I'll
with that,
message
man,
Tony
you
right
know,
now.
Tony's been so fucking solid. I
There's
feel
a-
bad.
It doesn't matter. They're still amazing. Trish was here. She signed in glow in the dark ink on those books.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
would be
dude.
cool.
Dude, she was the superstar of the show, dude. They fucking they lined out a fucking thing for her with tape. People, she sold out of all her sketch time like the first day. Like,
First
she
off,
did
I want to
really
thank
well.
Matt. I want to thank Matt for Matt was like, hey, you gotta check this book out. And we did, and then we got him on the show over here when it was MCM back in the day. Number two, Kyle, remember when we were in that fucking thing? I looked behind the scenes and I told both those two, Trish and them, I go, you don't know what you're about to get involved with. They're like, what do you mean? I was like, it's about to be crazy. You're about to pop off. And Brian, when you guys put him on the top 10, you put him on the top 10 like that day. And they fucking, that shit has been, Taylor should take a little bit of, I know you don't like to take credit for it, but Brian, pat yourself on the back a little bit.
Backstage, Tony let us know that we were the driving force behind the popularity of Stray Dogs.
He might have said that, but he said it.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear the rumored print run on that book? On the new book for the
No.
exclusives?
No, I wonder.
Not the print run, sorry. The amount of exclusives for their new book is rumored
It's
to be like
huge.
50 to 75 or something like that.
Wow. That's cool.
Dude, like if anybody should pat themselves on the back, it's those two. Like,
Yeah.
and they're whoever else worked on that book, because that book has been like that and Something Is Killing the Children have been the darlings of the year, right?
When he sent me, Matt, and Kyle the thing for what's that TPB he just came out with?
Time Shopper.
We lost our shit. We knew he was good.
That
like,
shit is so
honestly, like
fucking
it's
funny.
so sick. Like this is the weird shit. Serious talk. This is the weird shit. When you see somebody send you something like that, like Obi-Wan. If you guys are watching the IGs, follow that Obi guy on IGs because he
Obi the
got,
Gray?
yeah, Obi the Gray. Did you see what happened? He did that sketch, and now Ming is featuring it on her fucking shit. What the fuck is with these fucking but like when you when Tony sent us that shit, right? We were like, holy shit, you're like that good. Like, cause all of us, Brian's a comic book nerd, we're comic book nerds, Kyle's a comic book nerd, so Matt, like when we saw that thing, we were like, holy shit.
Shit was
talked about it in
fire.
Back chat. We're like, this kid, he's got it. And so the very next time he showed up, we're like, dude, you literally have it. And he was like, nah, I don't know, whatever, I guess. I do ponies and shit, dude. It was the funniest shit ever. Because
he was on one night and he was trying to downplay everything he does.
yeah, Sticks knows. Yeah, he's done dumb.
Yeah, it says, I'm like, dude,
he's just a cool dude, and that's just
No,
kind of
he's
what
legit. Yeah, he's definitely legit. It was definitely cool to see that happen. So,
Dude, there's to be honest, like there are some really cool cats that are in comics right now that are doing big things.
Yeah,
like game changing things. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of fun. There's a lot of great new companies. We've talked about a lot of great new technologies. You know, the NFT stuff has been crazy. You know, everybody's getting closer and closer to being able to talk about that.
Speaking of NFTs, we are going to discuss when Leopold gets back. I think we're actually going to talk NFTs. So once he's done whatever he's doing.
The crazy thing is that, people are selling those things on secondary markets now, even the comic ones like crazy. You know what I mean?
Really?
So,
dude, he introduced me to this site, and when he gets back, he can talk about it. Like, he was like, dude, there's a countdown. It was the Spider-Man book that was on there. Hold on, let me bring up the website. Web of Spider-Man 1. He was like, dude, watch the countdown. Don't go anywhere. The print run or the whatever edition is in it was like 20,000. And with that, what the cool thing is, I wish I had it on my screen, but with that, let me make myself big. Maybe I could show you guys. So with that,
you look sexy in that beard, Brian.
Oh yeah, bro, I look sexy. Period.
He's sexy and he knows it. But so when you buy this site, when you buy the original, you have a chance to get either it's an uncommon with the odds are 1 in 6 that you're gonna get it. You can get a rare that the odds are 1 in 12.77.
They're making them like cards, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, an ultra rare that was 1 in 28.57,
And
or a
these are-
secret rare that was 1 in 50.
So these are NFTs?
And they're comics that I think you can read too.
Yeah, so
really?
I got when the one I got when I decided to get one. So I got 2,356 of the 20,000. That was my number. I didn't get a variant with it, which I'm fucking pissed. No, it's cool. But like I even have a Fallout 4.
Is that like an ultra rare of that book, or do they have the NFT?
No, these are just both commons. I didn't get any of
Okay.
the. So when you click into it,
You want me to take them into the app?
Yeah.
Please
Talk
do.
about the app.
Or let's go.
Please do. I was kind of setting it up.
No, I appreciate that. Sorry, I had to go number 3 real quick. This has been an exciting night. Thank you to everyone in the chat. They're doing a fantastic job holding it down too.
Amen. We're setting it up for you.
No, so I got into this about 6 months ago. It's the app in specifically is called Vivi. And what they've done is they're creating NFTs that are licensed based on major brands. And so every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, they drop new comic books. And on Saturdays, they've been dropping new things. If there's a special event like for New York Comic-Con a couple weeks ago, they were dropping something, if not twice a day, multiple times a day. And so without going too far into the crypto side, because we're comic folks, It is underpinned by a cryptocurrency with this app. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, if you give me a moment here, I'll be able to share this in and I'll show you what it's like. What they've been doing is they started out by making 3D statues. Best way to describe it, of popular characters. Back in August, they started to introduce comic books. Marvel is the only comic books they're releasing right now, and they are fully readable. And both the statues and the comics can be deployed in augmented reality. So as you'll see in a minute here, you'll actually be able to go ahead and take your comic book, put it down on a table, and then go ahead and just read it right there on the table.
That's badass.
Isn't it cool?
And so the drops, like you were mentioning, Kyle, like I got you into that, they usually sell out in 1 second or less. And there can be anywhere. They had Thor 337 recently released. It was a limited release of only 10,000 total. And they can go up to as many as 60,000 for the comic book specifically.
So like Web of Spider-Man, I was wrong. I said 20. It was actually 30,000. Total editions, 30,000.
Yes.
So it was 21,000 of the common cover, 5,000 of the uncommon, 2,350 of the rare, 1,050 of the ultra rare, and 600 of the secret rare.
Exactly. And you get a blind box. So you pay $7 gems, which it's a fiat currency. So it costs $1 per gem. And so for $7, you get $10, you get 10 gems, $7, you get a blind box. And if you happen to click that button in the half a second that you can, because keep in mind, there's at least 50,000 people trying to click on the button at the exact same time to get one of 30,000 comics. And so they do sell out fast. It's hard to, I don't always get them. When they started releasing comics, I would buy as many as I could till I ran out of gems. But now it's at a point where I have to actually, I'm lucky if I get one.
That's cool.
So it's a radical change. I had no difficulties earlier when I was testing this out.
Okay, I'm a little confused. So you said you can put it right down on your coffee table, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
if you're looking at it with the through the augmented reality, right?
Correct. And what's great is it places it down.
So it's like a VR head recorder that you're seeing it through,
or on your phone.
But through your phone. So if you get closer, the book gets
Like-
larger.
That's
Yeah, so like
Okay.
I just clicked the AR button, and it says like, see right now it's saying scan detect surfaces to place.
Hey, let me ask somebody real quick for the chat. Is there anybody that's going to be at Baltimore tomorrow that's in the chat right now? If there is, let us know. Or if that's watching right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm getting my screen sharing
shit.
set up for this. And so these
shit.
NFTs,
Oh my god, that's so fucking cool. Holy shit. That is it's so fucking cool.
Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't want to know where you placed it.
On this dude.
Did you share your screen already?
no,
I
I'm
had it on
trying.
my phone. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm trying to. So you have to give me a minute. I was testing this out earlier. Everything was working
You're good.
fantastic. Just need a couple of minutes to try and see why it's not working
You're
at
good,
the
buddy.
moment. But feel free to ask questions if you'd like along the way. It's
Dude, I was just doing it. It's so fucking cool.
What are these going for? Like, what's the cost? Now you say it's Bitcoin and it's the gem stuff. I understand, being as dumb as I am. I don't understand if that makes any sense.
Dude, it
So what
flips
would
the
the
pages so
equivalency be
cool.
of, like? Is that like $4? Is it like $2?
So it was $7
Is there a
to buy the Web of Spider-Man. It was $7. It was
Okay.
7 gems, which is $7.
Okay.
And they're sold out right now. So now it's kind of cool. You can go into
the secondary market.
the secondary market on here, and it's selling anywhere to like 30 gems, 25
okay, so that
gems.
was my next question. So where do you go to sell them? Is this
So there's
you
a
have to
market
resell
in-
them
It has-
on the same app?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so this week I was lucky enough to get a secret rare, and I would immediately turn around and
Oh,
sold
you're
it for
so lucky.
for 2,000 gems. So it's $2,000 immediately. I flipped it over for, and I turned around and then took all of those gems and I basically turned it all into more comics and just bought more things for it.
Okay.
So can you actually cash that out for real money then?
That's coming
Or
up in a
just-
few
just
weeks.
gems?
At the moment, they didn't expect to be this far along in the application at this point. They expected to have, like 50,000 users. They launched a year ago.
Whatever you can on that.
They have closer to like a 500,000.
Yeah.
So they're more than 500,000. So they're trying to keep up with the scale that they've had. And as a result of that, it's been a little more challenging.
Okay, I understand.
So like in that secondary market, it's like that. The common Web of Spider-Man is actually going for double. People are selling it for pretty much double of what it's 12 instead of being the 6 that it originally was.
And they produce a certain number, and they'll never make them again. And this is true. And I'm rebooting my phone to try and reestablish it because I want to be able to show you some of the statues as well, because I do have like a Harley Quinn 3D statue that's absolutely amazing.
Okay.
And the quality that the artists of this company put into it's astounding. They do have other intellectual properties that are coming down the line. Like right now, they have an entire line of Batman in black and white. They have Harley Quinn, 2 series of those. They have the Cartoon Network. They have, as I mentioned, obviously all the different Marvel comic books, but they
Sounds
also
like
have
someone's in Baltimore.
That's definitely a Baltimore sound. They have different Spider-Man animated statues. Just earlier today, they released the alligator Loki statue. Some of them that are animated. That was this morning. Yes,
That was this morning.
yes. And so, and they can get costly. Like at the time of the drop, the Spider-Man Secret Rare was a $400 drop. So if you bought it, it cost you $400 to buy it. But the immediate resale value that was $2,000, $3,000. Now it's selling for closer to 10 to 15 at the moment. So there's not going to be more of them. And the more people that get into this, the more that the value rises of all of them. So those of us who got in early, I bought things at $40 that I sold for $400. And so then I go and buy a whole bunch of other things that as more people go in, the value's gone up. And so it's continuously gone up. What's held it back from really breaking into the mainstream are some of those technical things that right now you can't move it out to like OpenSea or a cold wallet, which if you are an NFT collector, you want that ability. And that's going to be addressed in the next week or two. As an investor, you want to be able to take your money back out of it, which means be able to take your gems and turn that back into cash. And that's something that they've been saying that it was supposed to be in September, but they said that the last week of October, they're going to be testing it out with the first customers. And once that's established, then not only can you take the gems that you have and turn that back into cash, but anybody who has crypto can turn that into gems immediately as well. And that is where a lot of excitement is, because people who have millions of dollars in crypto can easily come and buy these. And when you see the quality of the NFTs that Vivi is making in contrast with the things currently selling for high amounts on OpenSea that look like they're from an old Atari or Nintendo game, it's revolutionary to see what they're working on. And
could you guys hear that siren?
Yeah. It was loud as fuck.
Dude, I thought I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? My mute button's on.
I've seen The Wire. I know how that works.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me right now?
I unmuted you as soon as you sat down.
So I know, but like if I press
did
my
it.
mute button on my fucking mic and it's not working, that sucks. That really sucks.
Oh, where'd he go?
Did he just fucking kick himself? What just happened? Who is that?
Oh,
Stanky, come back!
Come back! You're in the middle of talking. All I know is it's pretty fucking cool. Like the Web of Spider-Man I got was I got. So I watched. So he's like, do the countdown, and as soon as it hits, because so what it does, it says available in, and there's a counter going, with time. And he says, as soon as it hits, just hit it. And the second that it hit 8 a.m. Pacific time, fucking, I hit it. And I was 2,300. I got 2,356 of 30,000. Jesus. And then it was sold out. By the time I bought my copy, by the time my NFT was, like the whole thing was done, it was sold out. It was a sec. It was literally like a couple seconds and it was done.
All right, so I'm having difficulties in sharing my screen to the computer so that I can do this properly. I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way of pulling it up on my phone and jamming it in your face like newborn parent. Just look at my baby. So
look at this guy with the maker's mark.
Yuck.
He doesn't know he's muted.
I don't know.
So I'm going to go through here
I love
and
the idea and the concept. I'm so old school. I don't know if I can do something without the tangible in my hand.
I think it's cool. And
Stuff.
I think they're going to dial it in, and it's going to be the future.
Well, so does the value of the book increase if you have an earlier, like you said you bought like 20,000 or whatever. So if you have an earlier version of it, does the value increase on it or no? It's
yes,
just,
over
it is what it
time.
is.
So here, for example, is the Harley Quinn that I have, one of the Harley Quinn statues. So as you can see, it's a 3D statue that I could sit here. I'll stop it from rotating so I can go, and we'll take a look at the playing card that's here inside of her. So I'm going to, once again, stop that from rotating. So let's look at the quality of this.
Wow.
And so if I were to zoom out,
What's the drawing for it, though? I mean, what?
That's bad.
Like
I remember with Wookiee.
Yeah.
I'm a physical media type of guy. I want something in my hand.
That's what I was about to say. I want the statue.
Is that Corbin?
Is it a statue? Is
Yeah.
the same thing available?
Yeah,
It's a
but that's
statue.
the difference, you guys. That's what you don't understand is that like we're fucking different, dude. These younger kids, man, are into this shit like no other.
No, they're not.
No, they're
Yes,
not.
they are, dude. If they weren't,
I talk to them all the time.
you're
You
fucking
can take
crazy,
them-
dude. If they weren't, those CryptoPunk fucking
Matt, I literally am
avatars
on the
would not
floor
be millions
all
of
day long.
dollars.
No, they're not. It's old
Yeah,
people.
they're-
It's old people.
Get the fuck out of here,
No.
Marco. You're
You
fucking
want bet?
one of the-
You want bet 1,000? I'll put
Get the fuck
1,000.
out of here.
Come
You're
on.
crazy, bro.
yeah, exactly. I'm with you there, Brian. So here's BMO from Adventure Time. You know, I can sit here and throw him down on a table. That is something that would catch Brian's attention, but
No, that's your table though, right?
I got
Yes.
G on it.
Like
that's
you're
I
taking
got
that statue that you own the NFT of and putting it on a surface.
people.
Because that's before when you had said it, I was having trouble understanding, but now I'm picking up what you're laying down. Like you're putting it in spots of your house, but it's still just on your phone.
correct.
So it's like a Snapchat filter,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Augmented
like-
reality.
Almost like
Where you just-
like Pokemon when you would catch Pokemon and it would be in
Which
your
kids like?
Which, speaking of
I don't know
Pokemon,
the
is one of the
Pokemon.
properties that they have and will be releasing at some point. They have
Which will
Jurassic
make it
Park.
even crazier.
They have the Disney property connections because they're
Don't-
already doing all the Marvel comics.
Don't you
They're
think
already-
at some point though it just gets so saturated with everything else, just like any other collectible, it'll just tank?
Has that happened with sports cards?
Yes.
Comic
A
books?
bunch of times. Yes, a
Yes.
bunch of times.
But
Throughout history, yes. Yes, a bunch of times.
but why do those
Everything
tank
has
at those
ups and
moments?
downs.
It was
cycles,
junk. It
comes
was
back
junk.
around,
It was.
but-
It
as
was
long
junk
as they
wax.
don't overproduce them.
No,
like,
no. I
like
They-
appreciate
these
they-
Time
runs,
out, time out.
these
Hold on.
runs
Whoa.
are what they're like. Okay, like the Web of Spider-Man they just came out with. It was 30,000. That's it.
That's a
It's
lot.
done.
Though.
Like
This is-
junk.
listen.
The term junk wax comes out for a reason. You know, anybody who collects cards knows that term. And the why is junk
Yep.
wax?
No,
It's the
comic
same
book
thing
people
from
do too,
comics.
'cause
Like
we know that junk wax dealers got into comics. I will say this though: if you're not listening to what this guy's saying, you're wrong because you should ride that wave. Like it's 100% true. It's the same thing that happened with the comic wave and same thing that happened with the fucking the card wave. You should listen to what he's saying, but do know this.
says the guy drinking from the maker's mark. All right, so we're gonna go back to this for a minute.
Yeah, that's shit you can get in Kentucky. And I live in Michigan, bro. But any day you want to catch, any day you want to play, measure up. We'll play measure up because I'll measure up you on bank accounts. I'll measure up on books, and I'll measure you up on what's in my
Okay, so I
Or
got
the distance become.
American Dolls.
I'll play on the American Dolls too. I got it all, bro. Go ahead though. Good game.
No, you got the floor. You clearly have
Marcos,
you have
no,
something you're trying to drive to.
Tell us about this. Hey, Amway.
Hey, can we have an NFT of Marco dropping money?
Please tell us about Amway. Yeah, go ahead.
So bad.
Probably sell.
Yeah.
Please tell us about Amway, bro.
That was
Come
fucking
play.
dumb.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I tried to give you the buy, and then you want to be an asshole. So come tell
Well,
me.
no. Here's the thing, bro.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing. It's all
That
good.
escalated quickly.
The fucking thing is that there's big money in this already. I don't know if it's gonna fucking tank, but there's big money in it. When people are spending 500,000, 200,000 on a fucking avatar, there's reasons to be looking at this shit. And now that they're doing comics and they're doing specific shit. All right, guys. I'm getting ready to call it a night. Anyway. That being said, if there's anybody that's going to be in Baltimore tomorrow, stop by and I'll give you this book. Say you saw it on Modern Comic Mayhem. It's signed by J.G. Jones, Primordial #1. J.G. Jones, Wanted Comics exclusive. Shout out to Drew from Wanted Comics. Killer dude. When we put out this clip, we're going to have Drew going to have so many people watching it because like the Marco going crazy clip is going to be our biggest fucking video on
You guys always win in my clips, bro. You play them all day long. You promo them. They're your hits, bro. That is how it goes. That's how it works.
All right,
Brian,
Brian,
good to see
have
you,
a good night, dude.
All right,
We'll
later,
talk
guys.
to you later.
Be safe.
Enjoy Baltimore.
Be safe.
For sure.
So
Corbin,
I yes, it's awesome to have you here, Corbin.
Hey, guys.
I think the whole NFT thing,
it's interesting.
I think it's cool. I think it's like when you reached out to me and you're like, dude, check this out. And I was like now I'm like, since I bought that, I've been trying to figure out when the fuck the comic books drop. Now I know it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. Because I was like looking around going, okay, what's the next fucking book that I can get? Like, I just like, I think it's cool. And like some of the other books that they had come out were, and it's books that for a small amount of gems, money, whatever you call it, I get to have, there's some of these books that I get to have that I probably wouldn't own any other way. So it's kind of a cool thing to have. And even if it turns into nothing later, I already read comics online. Now I own one that has the possibility of being resold.
It's a digital collectible. Think about it that way. I mean, take away all of whatever you think about NFTs. These are digital collectibles from some of your favorite brands in one place.
So and listen, I'm really not trying to give. I'm sorry. I should apologize to you because that was rude.
Yeah, you should.
You're right. I should. That was rude what I said. But like, I understand what you're saying. But a lot of us have been through it before, right? We've been through the '90s wave. We were even in the late '80s wave. We know about button-up jeans and overproduced comics. We're smart enough to been there before. We were through the comic wave, and we see this. And when somebody like me is looking at this, I say, that's cute. I'm going to make my money off of it. I'm going to get out. But when Matt asked 2 minutes ago, can we cash out yet? And when you said no, like you do understand for somebody like me who invests thousands of dollars, that's not something I'm investing in.
But if they haven't caught up to it yet, and you're
no, that's not how the investments work.
And you've built up, and then when they've switched to where you can, you've already.
But you're placing monetary value. You're placing a dollar amount on something that you get no return on.
Yeah.
If they don't ever have that ability to cash out to get you your money back,
it's a walled garden. You have to
and once again,
walled garden to get gems.
We're still in early access, and if you want to sell out, you can sell it out on the secondary market very easily. There's tens of thousands of dollars being exchanged every day on the secondary market of people exchanging gems for US dollars. So there's plenty of that.
See, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not that you can do it right within the app. You have to just step outside of the app at this moment. Within a month, that will change. And so they didn't plan to be at the point of success they're at right now. They expected to really be working out all the kinks of building this whole thing up while they were doing this. And so many people found it that it's blown up 10 times what they expected.
No offense,
So-
but that's what you're saying right there, that last 3 sentences you just said, I'm having trouble believing that. Because when you know people who work for even digital currency, that's not the truth. Like, they knew when you're financed to do that, you don't finance for that. Like, when you're actually getting investors who are putting $3 million towards your product, $6 million, and that's 1 or 2 investors over a half a dozen investors, that's not the truth. They expect a return on their investment, like Matt said. Like,
they're getting it. I mean, when you think of like this morning, there was a drop. They sold 800 of the ultra rares or secret rares for 250 each. They sold 3,000 of some of the other ones for 100 each.
I'm talking about the currency brokers, not. I'm talking about the currency brokers as a long-term investment, not the companies that distributing. We know what FaZe Clan did. We saw what they. If you know enough, you know what they did with their e-currency. We saw that happen. Like, if you're in tune, we saw that. We know what's going on. This isn't new. We saw what cards did, man. We fucking saw what Rob did in all them in comics. Like, we got it. I'm not trying to knock you. I know you have faith in this product. Like, I get it. I'm just saying to the people that watch me, the couple thousand viewers that watch me every week, I'm not bull on this, dude. I'm just not. It's not. I'm not.
No, and a lot of folks aren't. And I'm more than happy with that. Like, that literally leaves more on the table for me.
We're good.
And so exactly.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm invested a couple $1,000s in a shitty digital currency with a Shiba Inu dog on it. It's a joke. So, I'm all for it. Like, make your money the way you make your money. I'm just saying.
Thanks, Elon, for that.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like, how are you gonna return on your investment? Because I don't want to be.
What's the name
of
your
one
app?
of those guys that's throwing thousands of dollars into it, and then you're stuck with all these gems, but you can't cash out.
No, just say what the name is. Promo it. Come
VV.
on. VV.
It's not my app.
I'm going to
Trust me,
share
it's
it
not
real
my
quick.
app.
Yeah,
You
go
got
ahead.
it?
There you go.
There it is.
Interesting. Wow.
I mean, it's not. Listen, I'm not saying what he says is wrong.
I thought it was cool. I think it's cool. I think it's different. I think it's cool. I think it's something we're trying. What's the worst that's going to happen? We've all.
If you are betting on shit, feel free, but do not. If you
I'm not saying put your life savings into fucking.
Please. That's all I'm saying. That's
I'm
all
not
I'm saying.
saying.
Damn it, Kyle! I wish you would have said that 5 minutes ago.
Sorry about that. Put your life savings into it, Matt.
But it's interesting that you make that disclaimer for this, but not for any time we're
I
speculating.
do it for all the
comic
I do it
books.
for everything. No, I do it for every. No, you're wrong. I actually do it for everything.
Oh, yeah,
You got
so it's
the
not
wrong
wise to put your life savings
into any
game.
single into any single.
I literally made the $120,000 I make in comics. I made that because me and my friends had kids, and we decided to get into comic book investing, and we decided to produce ourselves before Tails came along and made that. That wasn't. It was just literally our play around money that we were fucking around and made some good money on.
I just think there's a lot. And there's just a lot. I thought it was cool. I think the concept is cool. I think if it's something that does catch on, because you know what, there are paper shortages. There
is. Yep.
Digital things are the way of the future. Why not kind of be there already?
Yeah, for sure.
And you know what? If it doesn't, hey, how many things have we fucking tried that didn't pan out?
Look, I get this shit. Like, he made fun of me for makers, but this is a fucking mint julep. You can only get in the Kentucky Derby. I ordered 3 fucking cases of shit and get it fucking drove up to Michigan. You know how expensive this dumb shit is that I drink? Too fucking expensive. I piss it in the toilet.
Exactly.
Like, we spend a lot of money on dumb shit. On dumb shit.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want in on it, it doesn't hurt to be aware of it.
Absolutely.
I think it's something that's cool.
Absolutely. 100%.
If you got to toss away money and it's 10, 20 bucks you're going to spend on comics anyways, and it's an off week and you throw it in this. Who cares? Like it's
absolutely
shoot your shot. If you're not putting all your life savings into it, go for 100%. It. You know? Dabble. Don't put all your eggs in one
But do
basket.
remember, we're talking to like 2,000-3,000 people, and some of those people, you know, I've met a lot of those people in the last 3 weeks. Like
Honestly, as soon as I've been made aware of it on Instagram and stuff, I've noticed a lot of people talking about it.
Well, there's NFTs for every, like WWE has NFTs. There's NFTs for everything.
Yeah, that's for everything.
That's fair.
And there's different companies, aren't there, that do these NFTs? It's not just this place.
A lot of them.
all kinds.
Well, when you get into OpenSea, it's a lot of individual artists who are just creating things, and the most popular things there are 10,000 versions of, let's say, an ape or a cat, and then each one of them's different, and that's what they sell. With Vivi, they're licensed for major manufacturers, so you see the Marvel and all the other brands that were on there. They release a certain number of them, and that's it. They don't release anymore.
Yeah, I think that would be the safer way. I wonder, like, with these individual artists and stuff that do it, like, how much of that is going to eventually, as it grows and grows, come into like copyright issues and other things that
Well, a lot
I
of
don't want
it's
to mess with. But.
It's truly original art, but the thing is,
Not all
quality
of
of it. The quality of a lot of it is a lot lower than what you'll find in other things. So it's going to be more of the nostalgia of this was the first one over. These are some of the first ones on the market. That's really going to maintain their value. But a lot are going to become digital pogs.
Yeah, you just brings up the old saying: more money,
Don't
more
use the
problems.
word pogs.
The more money and attention that's brought to this, then you're gonna have people going like, "That's my, that's my original art, or that's my stuff. You can't use that. I want to cut." It's gonna get.
But do remember this, and this is the only thing I'm going to say. When people keep saying this is what the younger kids are into, I'm old as shit. But I'll tell you this. I talk to a lot of younger people. You know what I hear when I talk to younger people?
Don't touch me there.
You might have to get looked into. But the kids that are like in their 20s and 30s, like Corbin, how many NFTs do you have?
Oh, I'm not all due respect. I don't believe.
Yeah.
Listen, I know that I'm like
He's
not
the
representing
youngest out of all of us by
but I am.
20
I
years.
turned 26.
He's out
Yeah,
on
and
this
I'm
shit.
but
I'm
what's
still
a lot
person
of
that's like in my hands, but I get it.
a lot of younger people are not into a lot of physical things, and I think these NFTs and stuff is where they're going to have it because it's
Why
something
don't we
that's
ask
stored.
younger people? Stop doing this old shit where we're all old and we think we know what younger people are going to want. Why don't we just ask younger fucking people? Because I have. Young
I'm
people are
talking
like,
to
"That's
them all the
stupid."
time. I'm in
Here,
Telegram. I'm in Telegram groups with hundreds of people regarding the VV app.
Well, like the Dogecoin boom that
Sorry
you've
if
seen,
I can help you learn Telegram.
That's been headed. Yeah, Elon
we're
Musk
good,
tweets
bro.
about it, but that's been
like
headed.
that.
You look on Twitter, it's all 20-something-year-old kids. Dogecoin to $1, Dogecoin to $1, because you're buying in cheap and you can sell it, make your money. So there are cryptocurrency is a huge thing, but this NFT stuff is still very, very new. It's still very, very
I'm just saying, like,
green
when you talk, like, go on Confloor, go on, like, who this would attract to, go on to 20-year-olds in Chicago, the hipsters, and go ask them. And they're not talking about NFTs, bro. They aren't. And if you think they are, you're wrong. You're wrong.
We're talking about two different groups. This is trying to bridge them. And you're just trying to reinforce that separation between them.
No, I'm not. I don't give a shit. All I give a shit about is money. I don't give a shit about any of it.
I like
money
collecting.
rules everything around me.
Yeah, definitely some nuance.
Cash room
I mean, I
screen,
guess
bro.
I just asked my daughter if she'd rather have digital or physical, and she said physical, and she's 20.
Yeah, my point.
I
Yeah, I
asked
think-
her like Mangus, would you
Mangus.
rather have the digital version or the physical version?
I mean, I could be wrong, dude. Bet against me. Feel free.
Well, you see the thing. I mean, you see it in things that aren't even an investment or a collectible that people still want digital, and young people like video games, for instance. There's a lot of people that want to buy the physical game. There's whole companies built on taking digital games that are only available like online and putting them in physical form, like limited run games.
I mean, like my son, that's all. Like when he goes to buy a game and he does anything like that, he just buys the. It's just digital copies.
We're fucking old as shit. Sound like a bunch of fucking assholes at this point.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
Leftovers legit, dude. We sound like a bunch of dicks.
The hot chick at the Starbucks that'll never pick any of us out.
For sure, for sure. He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
Shout out to Leftover.
Yeah, Leftover looks good, bro.
She put a heart on my cup. She must like me.
Right.
Oh man,
Yeah, I'm gonna lose it.
but it's definitely interesting.
She called me sweetheart when she
that's
cleared
a
my
dude.
my
That's a
dishes.
dude thing.
That's
She,
me,
she
man.
was
There you
so
go.
nice to me. She must want me. No,
Yeah.
she just wants a tip.
Yep.
And not the tip, a tip.
Damn. But yeah,
No, I mean it's good to know though.
I could definitely. I mean, it's weird though because like the waves seem to be going more that way. But like I know myself, like I'd rather have 18 million DVDs than just like I can have HBO Max for a year or something like that. I know it's not at all a perfect analogy in that way, but like I do know a lot of
depends on
people
what it is
are
for
very
me.
much.
No.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, the
Like
less-
like music. When I was younger, music, like the more CDs and shit you had, the badass you were.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this badass, heavy, huge CD book I have in my car, so somebody could break my window and take it.
Hey, fuck you! I still have 2 of those, bitch.
I would rather just
I
have
have
all my
4.
music right here, and I don't care about having the inserts. I fucking hate the way vinyl sounds. I don't care about reading lyrics. I can
Hate the way
Google
vinyl
that
sounds.
shit. I hate the way vinyl sounds. I hate that fucking. Oh god, I hate the way.
I'm
vinyl
gonna tell
sounds.
you this: if you do not think this is something to invest in, though, too, see how passionate my man Leopard. I can't read. I'm drunk as fuck. What's
You can call me Stanky. It's okay.
Stanky. Leopard Stanky is about this. There's people who are extremely passionate about this and extremely going to invest in this shit. As long as you can cash out, do what you do. Don't go to fucking lotto. Play this shit, bro. 6 digits. Fuck that. I'll play this all day long.
I'm about 10 to 20x on my investment,
Mm-hmm.
and that's 6 months.
Wow.
Hey, would you rather have a physical copy of a game or the digital copy?
What's actually really
Digital?
tweaked is that some of these collectors, a lot of the younger ones, they're actually starting to go from finding the comic books that have the statues that they're buying. So the very first VV that was released was it was from the Todd McFarlane Batman cover, and so that was the very first one they released a year ago. That thing's now selling for almost there was like 8,000 of them. They're selling for about $1,500 each, 1,500 gems each.
Yeah, but what's that in dollars? Matt already asked.
It's gem. One gem is $1.
Can you cash out today? Today. If I go tomorrow and go, you know what?
Not
Like
through the
stock,
app.
I'm out. I
I'll
want
say
$1,500.
I'll say it again. If you in a month from now, you can do it
In a
straight
month.
from the
No,
app.
No, I'm saying
Okay,
today.
so I understand, Marco. I said it before. If you want to cash out today, it'd be on the secondary market outside of the app through Facebook, through Telegram, or somewhere else, and you can turn that directly into USDT.
Let me grab 1,500.
But see,
Why doesn't that already exist?
Because once again, as I explained
No,
before,
hey, stop. He said it. It's okay.
No, I know,
Don't break
but
his
like-
balls
no,
with it.
they weren't expecting to be this successful at this point. They expected to have about
But they had
50,000
to
users
have-
by this point, and they're about
Like-
10 times that right
You know,
now.
how
No
many
offense.
rounds-
And so
no offense.
they've
No
been-
offense. No offense. I'm
How
not
many
trying
rounds
to
of
break your
investment
shit.
They got the license.
I'm not trying to break your shit. But if I invest 10 grand in a company, which is a minimum buy-in, and I say I'm not expecting money out of it, I'm a fucking moron, and I'd be broke and living someplace else. I don't
so
do
then,
that.
so then I guess I'm a fucking moron then, Marco.
No, I'm
So,
not
but
saying
going
you,
back to what I
but
was
you're
talking
saying this
about,
company says they didn't expect to make
but,
money.
but
They invested to
basically,
not make money.
but basically, you're saying I'm a fucking moron, and that's
no,
okay.
no,
I'm
no,
okay
that's
with
not
that.
what- No. I'm trying not to.
You know what I mean? Because like
You're saying that
I've
the
been called a
company
lot
said-
worse by better.
I don't
people.
know when I
I'm
walked
okay
in.
with
really
that.
have
I'm going to see you guys later.
The timeout is this. The timeout is this. You said that the company invested money and didn't expect to make money out of that. No,
I did
that's
not
not how
know.
that works.
That's okay. There's
No, he
maker's
said they
mark
didn't
between
expect
my
to be this
words and
big.
your
They
ears.
didn't expect the popularity.
Maker's Mark is in the middle.
They
Yeah,
didn't
there's
expect so many-
definitely
they didn't
a-
expect so many people to be in on this right
Really?
off the bat. That's what he's saying.
But I think that's what all these companies say.
Because
at
to
some
be able to
point
transfer
for their
to be able to
shortcomings.
transfer their fiat gems into currency straight up cash is a money transfer license. To be a money transfer license means you have to basically be a bank, and because they're a global app, they need to be a global bank, which means they need to establish know your customer at a global level. That every major country that's going to be engaging in this app will allow their banks to be able to exchange their gems straight to cash in whatever their local currency is. And so they've been working through the process of doing this while building out an application delivering 3D high quality collectibles licensed by all these people at the same time. So it's when you talk about large scale macro projects, it's huge.
That's
So
not
then
how that
you-
works.
You can get a 1099 or the government
right
make
there.
sure they get
Be
theirs.
prepared for taxes.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I get taxed a fucking shit ton. That's not how that
Well,
works.
that's how everything works.
That's not true. That you're lying. You're either lying or you don't know. That's not how that fucking shit works. That's
Can
not
we
how
go back
that
to
works.
can we go back to the time of the show before he arrived?
You could.
When
but
it
it's
was
not,
a more
now you're
sober,
calling me an
when it was a
asshole.
most sober
Time out.
conversation.
Now you're calling me an asshole and you're telling me how things work. That's not how that
Oh,
works.
Marco.
That's not how that works. Stop lying. Go sell some
My
fucking
biggest
ammo.
hang up on it, like it sounds brilliant, and I applaud you for getting into that. But my big hang up on it right now is that I have to go third party to cash out. So now it's not your transaction isn't between you and the site. It's between you, a third party person, and the site. So like
For
there's somebody
now.
else but
God lives.
that's still somebody else that has their hands basically in your bank account that you're
Well,
trusting to
It's the same way as
transfer
from
that
eBay to
physically.
PayPal to
Kyle,
you.
I'm sorry,
to,
dude.
Yeah,
That ain't- I'm done, man. This isn't how this fucking shit works, and this is a sham, bro. I'm good. Like he doesn't know how it works. He's full of shit. I'm not sitting here getting insulted by an asshole that doesn't know how to even make money, and he's gonna insult all of our people here. Like seriously. And laugh again. Where does he live? Give me his fucking address, because he doesn't know how this works. Please do.
Is this
Please
now
do.
he's coming to my house time? What's
Yes.
happening here?
Yeah, it really is.
Exactly. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, can we talk about comics? Fuck this guy. You know what? Here we go. I'm sorry, dude. He's done. No, he does. That's
just
bullshit.
booted him.
That's bullshit.
You
dude.
know
He's
what? That
fucking
might-
lying, Kyle. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not gonna be on show when some dude's fucking lying to people. That's bullshit.
That might be his interpretation.
No, fuck him. That's lying. He's telling these fucking people bullshit, dude. Come on, man. Like you got me on a show when some dude's shilling people, and you got JJ. I know you didn't know, bro, but come on, dude. That's not fucking legit. I'm
JJ
not
looks
that
like he's
drunk.
ready to bounce somebody.
Corbin just came back. Corbin,
I'm actually-
thank you for coming back. Thank you, brother. I'm sorry, man.
Yes.
I'm sorry I got so fucking mad.
I
You're not gonna try to rip people off on a show I'm fucking on.
I just thought the digital thing is cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought it was
cool,
something-
but then he fucking's trying to rip people off. Come on, dude.
Oh, the
How
Braves
do you-
won.
Fuck the Astros.
Yeah, fuck the Astros. All right, Corbin, what's going on? Let's
What's
talk
up,
some
y'all?
comics.
I'm just watching the
think-
chat more than the show.
Oh man, I don't know that way. That would.
I didn't. What? Was that a
sideways.
guess? I didn't know what. I just kind of tuned in. Was he? Was that his product?
No, it's just something that he does. He
sorry.
thought it was cool.
Okay, cool. I
That
get
and
it.
he
Just talk.
he introduced me to it. I thought it was cool. I wanted to talk about it because I thought it was something that's cool. It's something that may or may not be the future. NFTs are kind of a big thing right now. I just thought it was something cool to talk about. I've literally been in it since Thursday.
All right, man. My
I
bad.
thought it was cool. I liked it. I don't know if that's his interpretation. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong. I don't know.
You got 5 people here looking and shaking their heads, and then that dude's gonna tell me about how paying taxes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. You figured it out. It's Kyle's fault.
No, it ain't Kyle's.
Well, no, all I know is that like
No.
I sold, like that's why I brought it up because I sold some of my Dogecoin when I was higher, and I got a thing that said you're gonna have to pay taxes on it. You're gonna get a 1099 to pay taxes.
Oh, yeah.
on
Wait,
it.
he
So-
said
that's-
motherfucker.
yeah, that's why I was asking. Is like
You know how much I paid taxes? This fucking dude's
Yeah.
like, no, get the fuck out.
Well, there was for a long time we sold books on eBay. We didn't pay taxes.
Not true. I fucking paid
No,
taxes on
you
this
just
shit.
didn't report it.
You didn't report it. You didn't pay enough.
You didn't
make enough.
report it. I'm not saying that live.
Yeah,
on
you should have said
YouTube
that
to
shit,
IRS.
dude. Because I paid every fucking dime the IRS came for. This dude's like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. And
The
then
internet is an
asshole-
endless.
He's in the private chat, called me a fucking dick.
The,
Like, get
the
the
internet
fuck out of here.
is an endless like money making resource, but the government, any government's going to get theirs in the end.
They're
regardless
coming
of
for
how
their
it
money
works.
at point. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll come for his house and fucking foreclose on that shit.
Oh shit.
I
Corbin's like, what the fuck did I walk into?
All right, Corbin, my man, I love you.
Wow.
I do some shit.
All I know is all I know
you some shit.
All I know is like
I got me
we
some
were
shit.
talking about this cool digital comic book.
my
I went
man,
to
I
take a
ruined everybody's
piss.
shit
I
tonight.
came back and Marco was fucking. That shit was off the rails.
What do you say in the private chat? Let me read the private chat to everybody. Fucking Marco's in this bitch talking. I'm good. I don't need to be here. Okay, all right, fair enough. All right. You don't need to be here.
I gotta ask Corbin about his name though.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer was the best Bruce Wayne, not the best Batman. I thought.
Okay, you know what, JJ, that's the name. Corbin, nice to meet you. And yes, that's exactly what I mean. I was
Corbin
just
needs to come on
for
Dark
time.
Side. Everybody else here. Dark Side.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Side. Honorary
Everyone.
member of Dark Side. Definitely
Okay.
an honorary member of Dark Side. Where are you? You not gonna show up on my show?
Listen, no, you know what? My mistake. No, there it is, bringing people together. I love it. No, that's we'll talk, Marco. No, but JJ, that is exactly what I meant. He is the best Bruce Wayne. Period. Now, Batman entirely, yeah, there's more, but thank you for you're the first person on record to agree with me on this for sure. So I appreciate that.
I
cream. No, because you didn't see. Hey, you want to know why? Because you didn't see the private chat. That's why. You didn't see the private chat.
Who, me?
No. That's what you're saying. What bots to do for lying? Because you didn't see the private chat. You can insult me, but then you put your address down, and I'll see you where I see you. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you don't do that. All right.
I tried to segue, as Bryan would say.
You did. Why is Kyle starting trouble with putting people's shit up?
Dude. All I know is I came back from taking a piss, dude. This shit was off the rails.
I love it.
That's all I know is Marco was like, Marco was like, you know, motherfucker.
I'm back.
Tell me about taxes.
Hey, I got a couple weeks. I gotta get out to North Carolina a couple weeks, but I'm back. Believe that. When they ask, you let them know. I'm back now. I chased Bryan away. I chased them all away. So, hey, tell that kid I'm sorry, but don't talk shit in the private chat because I can see it because I'm a moderator. Matt, you're writing Spider-Man.
I'm writing Spider-Man.
No, you're right on Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
100%. You know I've been saying that. Good job.
Average?
No, everybody's making fun of him when he said it wasn't right on
average.
I have a Marvel agenda, sir.
Oh, you DC again?
Exactly.
No. Hey, listen to this. I love what they did in the DC day, the fan day. Like I like the Flash thing. They brought back my man as Batman. They're gonna do an old thing on that, right? They got a lot of stuff going on there. I got like 20 long boxes of Flash to sell here. I hope we can get going on that. Teen Titans at shows has been selling locked down, dude. Titans is it right now. No,
I don't know. Once it started raining the Lazarus pit, I was like,
that's all right. I sold 3 long boxes. I don't give a shit after that.
I was like, you have to be fucking shitting me.
Isn't that what happened in Return of the Dead? What didn't it like turn into acid rain? And
Yeah, in a way to because they'd all died. I'm not gonna lie, Marco. I was with Titans all the way up until maybe three episodes left. So was that episode 9 or 10? And then it felt like, okay, now we gotta. Titans is great when they could keep it to a small group of people. Like that way, you can isolate them just enough that we're not.
Anytime, bro. You do it in my house.
But they missed an opportunity. How are you gonna drop Purple Rain, drop a Prince reference, and not play the song?
And not play the song. I mean, listen, they had too much going. They had
That's what the title of the episode was.
I know.
I mean, come on.
They had to bring. Remember, he had died. Like literally had died. We're talking about Nightwing, like the episode before. They bring him back to life first,
and there's like no consequence. Like the Lazarus pit, you leave a piece of yourself behind, and all of a sudden, like there's just no consequence. You just get up and like
Lazarus.
And you bring Wonder Girl back, and then decide to keep her in Gotham. Like,
oh my god, she's so hot, dude! I am so beside myself when she
stop. I already told. I was like, I'm not coming back on MCM until I catch up because all you guys do is talk about that, and I haven't.
Oh, my bad. I mean, so we're saving you, Marco.
No, for you, do it.
And in the DC universe now, all you have to do is carry a spray bottle.
I'm ready to go, bro.
You got to carry a spray bottle of the Lazarus stuff, so that way you can shoot your friends and then spray them, bring back to life.
Dude.
Like, oh shit, that was dope. Let's do it again. You know,
dude. Once Raven inhaled the Lazarus pit, and then I was like, and then they got it into a ball, and then Superboy just had to go to help make condensation to make it rain. I was like, this was the best season of Titans, and then you did that. And then they just wrapped everything up. Everything was okay. They're going to take a fucking RV and have a fucking road trip back to San Francisco. Fuck off.
Yeah, you know what? I was talking to Steve Horn, my comic bargain, whatever, over there in Baltimore, and he said the same thing. I was like, dude, Kyle's telling me this shit is the shit. I watch it. He goes, you didn't watch this, did you? I was like, no. He's like, you don't need to watch it anymore. I'm like, oh shit, dude. I was like,
it
I can't
fell
believe
off.
these
It was
heads are
so
off.
good. Like Kyle said it was the best season they've had. And then they just lost their way. I like the fact they split them up and were focused on just a few. Because at first, like, okay, if Scarecrow and Red Hood are going to be like the main villain against the Titans, no disrespect to either of them, but like, come on now, we got Superboy, Wonder Girl, and a Scarecrow. Like, but the way they did it was enough to make me believe, okay, they can keep this going. Until they just, I don't know what they did. The Lazarus Pit element just kind of just, I didn't know they're going to play back on it. Like,
Once they brought back Dick, I was like, you saw it a mile away. They're gonna use it again. Well, and I was like, and then when they told their yes, exactly, Dwayne, you fucking nailed it.
Dwayne,
they jumped the shark, and I'm pissed.
And I don't know if it's worse that Jeff Johns is sitting behind the scenes as a producer, signing off on all this stuff, going like, "That's a great idea. Let's do this."
I think, Matt, that's the biggest thing.
He missed that day. He missed that meeting.
A lot of people are saying this. I think we gotta get this real quick because I'm looking forward to it. And it's been, like I said, it's been a huge. Like, look, it was con, and I had to go to this wedding with these New Yorkers. That's probably why I'm in a chipper mood tonight.
I'm about to say, New York makes it all better.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No,
so you had to spend the day in New York.
Tell me how you really feel. I love. Well, I mean, I'm biased, but
I'm good.
You look more like you're about to settle down for a long winter's nap than you do coming
That's
from a
what people
wedding.
come to New York for.
I'm good. Dude. I'm good. Hey, look at this face.
Don't lie, you had a blast.
Look at his face. I'm good.
The Browns are going, or the Braves are going to the World Series. That's awesome.
Dude, they're all hitting me up with this. Look, the Tigers ain't in it. I don't watch baseball anymore. I know. Leftovers got it. I know Darth Lopez is talking about the Braves. I don't give a fuck. Let's watch Dune though. Why'd you all stop talking? This is a show where they listen to us talk.
Dude,
if I say I don't give a shit about the Braves, you're supposed to say something after that.
Yeah, B. Forget the Braves.
Astros are
fuck the Braves. Fuck the Astros.
All about the Phillies, but that's
the Phillies.
Yep.
All I know is my Phoenix fucking Suns fucking still fucking cream the Lakers.
All right, listen. Right now, we don't need to hear. Listen, Kyle. They got creamed tonight by Portland. So I know it's a sports podcast, but like, y'all lost by 30 tonight. So I feel like we even. But like, I didn't want to take any Dune yet. Dune was bomb.
Hey, they were tired. They were tired.
I haven't finished yet. I was halfway through watching it when people kept sending me messages that I should come on this show, and then I do, and.
Yeah. I was like, hey,
meanwhile, Dune's paused over in the other room.
And all of a sudden we jumped out and FTs were. I mean, there was a difference between me leaving the fucking wedding.
The energy was different. Yeah.
I know what's happening, bro.
Dude.
It's probably too early to talk about Dune, but I really enjoyed it.
No, hey, you all can hate me for this, but I'm a Tiger fan. Don't get twisted. Look, this is what I had for y'all that were believing in it. I had this sitting over there. Where's my Tiger hat over there?
What about Lions?
I had that. The Lions suck shit, but we still love them.
Come on.
5 to 134.
Old Motor City Dan Campbell.
Look at this guy. Yeah, cool, Ronnie, bro. Come see me, bro. Believe it. Believe it.
Dude,
believe it.
I'm going to put this out to Marcos. Dude, he was great. It was awesome. He came on. It was
but like the time when I was like, look, I'm just trying to challenge you, and the guy got all offended and was hitting him.
I don't know if he got offended as much as you were like.
Nah, he got.
What's your address so I can fight you?
The guy said, this dude's
Come on, dude.
Mark
I thought
got
you
me
said
something
Dave.
good. Yeah, don't worry about it. That guy's got a big mouth. I'm solid. That dude doesn't know what he's talking about. All right, cool, bro. I don't know what I'm talking about. Then measure it. And this guy too, with his fucking little Fu Manchu thing here, where he's tickling some other dude in the butthole. Like, I'm good, bro. Come see me. Come see me.
Jesus. Hey,
this guy Ronnie. Your name's Ronnie. Get an adult name, bro.
Just you know what?
Get an adult name. He calls himself Ronnie. Come on, dude.
Name, bro.
Come on. His name's Ronnie. Where do you live, bro? Grow up. You and Matt got scared off on that one. Come on,
bit much.
Oh boy.
Hey,
dude, I
these
know
days on.
3 hours and 34 minutes is too long for MCM.
Yeah, apparently not. No, I want to catch this kid too. Ronnie Sanders.
Man.
Hey, let's go measure it. Come on.
Hey, you're not Warren Buffett.
Get a tape measure, dude. I'm not. I 100% am not. But you know what I do? I own more of Breakshire stock than you do. Guarantee that.
Hey, I want to know why Spec Collector, why.
I would. Yeah, she was better there. Yeah.
And Disney too, isn't my fucking sure.
100%. I'm putting this on the calendar, and we are going to readdress this in 3 years, Eric.
Yeah, I get it. I love Eric. I got it. Anytime. I mean, this might be the new old car thing, but like, it's not a 20-year solution. You see, the only people who defend NFTs are dudes older than me, and I'm old as fuck. Like, there's no way.
I just thought it was cool, man. Like, I think I think the concept's pretty cool.
Once again, I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm not saying it's not a good investment.
I don't know what happened when I went to go take a piss.
Yeah,
I don't know what was said.
What I'm saying,
like whatever happened when I went to
these
go,
two
like,
dudes all of a sudden dropped off the fucking scene. That's what was said. So like
all I know is I don't fucking piss that long, and I came back and I was
IRL. These guys know who I am. And they know what I have. That dude did it, and he said some dumb shit.
Kyle's gonna have to pitch it off sooner next time.
Yeah,
right.
I am. I'm just gonna have to hold it from here on out, man. After hour 2 hours and 10 minutes, I'm just holding
Ronnie,
it to the end of the show.
Come see me though. Come see me if you feel that way.
Still on this.
Yeah,
I'm good.
You
Yeah,
got
hit me
to
in
pull a
DMs.
Dr.
I'm good.
Disrespect
Yeah.
and take the camera with you into the bathroom, Kyle.
100%. It ain't hard. I'm literally live streaming it like every freaking con.
Did you steal that
Dude,
bit
it ain't
from
that hard
Becky
to
Gunn?
find to me. It really isn't.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Stop that.
Hold on. Let's scroll through our comments and who else can you insult today?
Who's Darth Cantos? Yeah, let me see who else I can. Come on. Are you in Michigan, Darth Cantos? Come on. I'm here. I'm good.
Anybody watch Red Batman 115?
No.
No, good.
But hey, did you see? Once again, let's get back.
Oh my god!
Let's get back to that DC stuff. They had some. I think it's the first time where I watched a DC like promo, and they actually had halfway decent quality content they were coming out with.
You talking about fandom?
Yeah, fandom for sure. It was the first time where I was like, okay, I'll watch some of this stuff. You know, pet things go across. The middle-aged stuff go across. Yeah, it really did. I ain't in Jersey, bro.
I still want to see video or gameplay footage, but the video games look good. Well, minus the
video games look good. Yeah.
All I know is I'm buying a PlayStation because I'm getting the new Gotham Knights fucking video game. And I don't even know if you can actually go buy a PlayStation or what, but I'm
like you're gonna get
on eBay for about $1,000.
Nope.
Okay, then I'm not buying a fucking PlayStation.
It's like Wednesday at 9:45 EST. You gotta get on GameStop's website.
Yeah,
He didn't even know it's like the precise time. He's on top.
Right?
No, but I don't know.
Not 10.
Go buy an NFT, bro. Go buy an NFT.
No NFTs, but you know about the.
Go buy an NFT, bro. You got it. Go a Darth Katos. Yeah. All right, you're a Darth. Come see me. All right, cool.
Oh, Lord.
Cool. They're all cool, man. A bunch of dudes live in their parents' basement. It's
send me
good.
your
That cat
address.
was living in the dude's basement. It's cool, man. Do it.
Ah, man, he's a cool cat, man.
He
He's a
didn't
cool
pay
cat.
taxes, bro. Because he doesn't know anything about taxes.
A lot of people don't pay taxes.
Well, I pay taxes and I pay a lot of them.
IRS, if you're watching the show, I pay all my taxes.
Yeah,
on time,
IRS,
every
I
year.
pay a
I'm sorry.
lot of motherfucking taxes.
Shout out to JJ for that one.
I pay a
IRS.
lot of
I
motherfucking
pay
taxes.
all my taxes.
Yeah, there you go, dummy. Jesus Christ.
TurboTax,
Idiots
baby. That's
think
the way it
you know
is.
taxes.
You got Cliff, the one dude at the IRS that's a Flipside fan. He's coming after all y'all motherfuckers.
Y'all say I'm stupid.
Taking
and
notes.
drunk. Y'all say
You got
don't
cases
pay
of
taxes.
all
You'll
you.
be like the Elliot Ness of comic book YouTube.
Yep, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Thank you.
that's what I was kind of getting at before. Like
No, everybody.
Keep circling back.
Yeah.
DVDs.
I love how
like-
y'all put up the post of the one dude, Darth Kutu Fucka, who's saying, like, yeah, give me your address. Fine. DM me on IG. I'll give you my address. And this dude over here is like, yeah, a lot of our fans, a lot of people, Dwayne Scott, you know, people who've been with us a long time, Eric, Spec Collector, all these dudes leftover, they're asking us because they care. They want us to interview people for real. And when a dude comes on here and tells you he ain't paying taxes, and you can't actually, Matt asked the best question: can you cash out? He's like, you cannot cash out for 16 months, but then eventually they think they're going to be able to cash out. That's not how it works. That isn't.
You should just.
I know, right? I do have kids. I got lots of all those click clacks too, though. Just so you know.
I think the only thing I didn't, Marco, the only thing I didn't like what he said at the end was that they didn't expect to make, you know, for it to pop off.
It's not how it comes. Like,
Yeah, but
don't
sometimes
go into a
you build
business
these-
not wanting it to succeed.
Well, yeah, and you don't get licenses.
You can't go
from
into
all those
business not wanting it
properties.
to succeed.
Kyle, when people pitch me for like $10,000 to $20,000 for investments,
I get it,
they don't
but-
pitch me to not succeed. They pitch me usually on at least
Hey,
300 times investment.
Hey, Marco, will you give me 20 grand? I don't know if I'm going to succeed.
Well, no, but like if you go on,
No,
if
no,
you go
no.
on Shark
I
Tank
think,
and you're
I think
talking
what
like
he was actually saying was he didn't expect it to
That's not
catch
that's
on
not
as
how it
fast
works.
as it
They
did.
didn't.
That's
though.
not how it
He-
works.
He said they didn't expect it.
Yeah, he said they didn't. That's not how it works,
Not
Kyle.
he.
I'm just saying what he said. I'm not.
No, and that's where I called BS.
Well, he's saying what they said, probably, which
Because
is
if you've never
you know,
had somebody
which is what
teach
every
you-
company says when they have those.
I'm not
issues.
trying to be an asshole, and I get some kids over here thinking I'm being a dick. Like I understand what you're saying, but I'm talking real now. IRL, when they pitch you for $20,000 to $40,000.
Wait a minute, I thought you said you're old and you're using IRL.
Right?
In real life.
In real life.
Because that other guy's like, I talk to kids. I fucking talk to kids all day because they pitch me. Like,
IRL, bro.
When you get pitched, this is how pitch works. They don't pitch you. We don't expect to. They tell you how fast they can get your investment back, how times they can get you 6 to 8 times on your investment back, and how fast it'll be. They don't say, I didn't expect to make all this money. Fuck it. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
The Book of Marco, I love it.
Hey, cheers to you, motherfucker.
I like that. That's
Hell
the
yeah.
best one I've seen so far.
Yeah, right here, Mojo
But
just said it.
That's real, dude. That's like that's not this bullshit internet stuff. That's how
Marco
it happens
316
in
just
real
said,
life.
"Pay your fucking taxes."
He's the attack
That's
team
how
with
it
Erwin R.
happens.
Shyster in the future.
Yeah.
If people like, I'm sorry, I'm drunk, so I'm gonna break the fucking fourth wall. This is how it happens. If you actually pay
I'm
fucking
gonna break
taxes,
the fourth wall because I want his address.
I do want his fucking address because I'm a gangster too. But like, hey, I'm just kidding. I ain't gangster. I ain't gangster. But hey, but this is how it is. Like, if people are coming to you with investments, and they're saying, I don't expect how much money to get back on this ain't the fucking lotto, bitch. You ain't gonna ask somebody for $40,000, $60,000, $1 million, and say, I don't expect to make any fucking money. Are you out of your shit?
I just love that Marco came on here and made the biggest flex ever.
I know, dude.
He made it
Really-
rain
really
money.
threw the
He
money.
said
I was about to
he
say, I
makes it
knew.
rain money.
There was
He
so-
says you're a
like,
fucking
throwing
liar.
money at
You
them.
don't pay
Never
taxes.
ending
Get the
fucking
fuck
cash
outta
in
here.
that dude's face
Yeah.
too. By the way,
Dude,
he's like,
my
I can
buddy's
sell
like,
this for 3
my
months.
buddy's
I'm
like,
cash,
yeah.
cash, yeah.
My buddy's
Let me
like,
get-
yeah, I'll come on and help you out because most of the whole entire cast wasn't going to come on tonight. So, Sticks Boy and my buddy were like, they stepped up to the plate. Yeah, we'll come on and help him. Marco's like, you know what? Fuck you!
Oh damn!
Marco comes in, he's just
Dark
like,
Side Click
fuck
is
you.
legit, dude.
Don't pay your
Dark
fucking
Side Click
taxes.
is the legitest shit there is. But listen, I didn't mean to shit on that dude. But when you're saying this and you're saying we can't, Matt had a good point when we shat on Matt. You know, and then he shat on what Stick said, and then JJ even brought up a point, and then you're in private chat talking shit about me. Good luck, because I ain't the one.
Hold on. I'm gonna look at the private chat. And where did he talk shit?
Okay, we're back to the private chat section.
It looks like he said, "Marco's got this."
I'm good.
It sounds like a compliment.
And Marco said, "Thanks, bud. I'm always entertaining."
As I am.
It's like if the Jim Cramer show was like a professional wrestling event.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, we got Dark Side on Sunday. We're gonna be entertaining too. Probably not this entertaining.
I'm not.
I'm
shout out
sad.
to my buddy. I'm not laughing at him.
I'm
not,
really sad about that. I didn't mean to be an ass. I know I'm an ass.
I'm just trying to make a fun out of this, and I'm sorry that. And I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Shit happens. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at Marco and you guys fighting. I'm not.
I tried to let it go, and I probably was bad about it. I probably had too much drink.
Really? Because you haven't let it go for like last.
Right. At no point has anybody let any of this go.
And I'll be honest. This is the one thing that my wife hates about me, because she'll be like, "This is bad." And I'll just go. I just make fun of it,
look good doing
and it's
this.
a bad situation. So I'm not. It's not truly directed at anybody. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here live on YouTube, and I'm just trying to make it so that it's still funny.
We're trying to be an entertaining show.
Yeah,
I do understand, but I can't. There's a lot of guys here that I've met before in the chat. A lot of guys I see. I can't have somebody saying like this is legit and just be like, I can't be behind that. I'm sorry.
I can't see it because it's so small on my screen. Is it Katie Carlton is saying that in the screen? Like,
hey, it ain't that small, bro. You need me to stand up or what?
She said, I don't want to do NFTs because you're putting money in something that you don't physically own, and it's.
I think Matt brought up that was the problem that I had when Matt brought up the question about like, can we uninvest in this? And his response was, these guys didn't know how fast they're getting, and that kind of hit a chord because that's not how it works. You know what I mean? It just isn't how it works in real life.
You gotta have it out. Or at least know
People who have businesses plan to either succeed or not succeed, but you have a plan to succeed.
Well, like I was saying, you can't go on Shark Tank and pitch your idea without having some sort of numbers or plan to back it up for them to invest that money in you. Like it's
I mean, you have to do rounds of investing, several of them, to be where they are now.
You can't be like Kyle going into a meeting with everything written on toilet paper that you just did in the bathroom after dropping.
It can't be like Kyle going, Marco, can you come on fucking MCM tonight? Like, that's not a good idea, bro. Really ain't.
Why didn't you think you're going to come on and flip out on somebody?
Either.
Come on. Like, I was like, okay, like, come on. I was like, hey, why don't you come on and flip out on my buddy?
If only you knew he was in New York for half the day. Probably would have changed.
Home like 3 hours ago.
Mark it down. 10/23/21 was the day Marco 316 was born. Like that's all the chat is Marco 316, Marco 316, Marco 316.
Hey, I'll do it. You don't know.
Where in New York were you, Marco?
No, I wasn't. I was in Detroit, and it was half a wedding of New York people. And
half same thing.
Yeah,
were they Islanders or were they from upstate?
Mets
fans.
Mets fans.
The Nye Mets.
What the fuck you doing hanging out with them?
I ain't hanging out with them, bro. You see me.
I just people's champ.
I don't. Hey, yeah, I know. I feel.
Give him the people's eyebrow, Marco. Give him the people's eyebrow.
Shit happens. People have differences of opinion.
I smell what he's cooking.
Hopefully something good, man. I'm hungry.
All right. Anyway. Shit. This all became about me, and it should have been.
All I know is I just thought it was something cool.
Can I ask you a question, Corbin?
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
please.
I've gotten shit on a
Just
lot.
don't.
For this.
Do you want
So I was
Corbin's
really
address
happy-
too?
I was really happy that they brought what? I was really happy that they brought back my man Keaton as Batman, like in the background of the Flash thing.
Everybody is.
We all love
No,
it, right?
you think?
No, there's some people
aren't
that are
that
unhappy
happy.
with it, but yeah.
No, there's a lot of people. Maybe
So what's the pushback? That's what I'm curious about.
they're
Like,
like fuck that. Like
do
Nolan.
you expect he's
blah,
not
blah,
going to
blah.
handle it in like I think they're going to obviously have Keaton like a believable way as far as the outfit and everything. You know, man, I don't.
They text me with Beetlejuice like 18 times every time I say it. Like I don't know. The fuck does that even mean? The fuck
You
is
don't
that?
tell me that it's gonna be old
trying
man
to
Bruce Wayne.
make him
Motherfucker
appear.
still can't have a cowl that he can turn his head, or it's still all one piece where he's still got to be like he's in a neck brace.
You would think that they would make it more modern for that, right?
I just thought like the last Batman that was good was that one. So like for
That's right.
The first one.
yeah, well, that's good Batman.
I shouldn't say the
So,
first
like,
one.
You
So,
don't
like, if we're
think
gonna do
them
it-
bringing in? You don't think them
Yeah.
bringing in Michael Keaton, Corbin? You don't think them bringing in Michael Keaton? They're trying to set up Batman Beyond.
I fucking
It'd
hope
be cool.
so.
I heard that there's another project they're developing with Michael Keaton that he signed on. So I think that is something that they're trying to do. I don't know if that's going to be like if the Flash is going to lead into it. It would be a great big step and show some kind of continuity that DC's been trying to avoid the last couple of years. So
If you're doing that though, why do you bring in Robert Pattinson in the Batman movie? Why do you sign him for 3 movies?
Because you want to try.
For the
Look,
Batman.
different. Like I don't think it's for. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like maybe
gotta
it's not.
get people
no, it's actually a good
confused.
idea. It's actually a good
DC
idea.
DC has this idea where everything
Throw
is
all the
separate.
Yep.
Everything is separate. So they could have 3 Batmans going at once, and they're going to say, "Oh, yeah, everyone's in a separate universe." You know.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a
That's how
Damian
it's
Wayne
done.
movie where he's fighting in a Mortal Kombat tournament over it already, and we're good.
Right.
Right, that'd be cool. But you
Robert
you have
takes
to
two
get there,
Batman, yeah.
right? Like you can't already sell it out. My thing is like if you start like the one thing about Marvel, like how many everybody forgets about all Marvel's fails. Think about Iron
Not
Man
me.
2. Think about Iron Man 2. That was a
Thor,
shit
Dark
turd
World.
sandwich.
You didn't enjoy
Wrapped
the
in a
greatness of the
Marvel-
Thor Dark World.
Marvel,
diaper.
what if?
Yeah,
Like-
left in the fucking sun, bro. That
What
shit
if
was
sucked?
garbage. Same thing with Iron Man 3. But like people forget that because of Avenger Endgame. And that's kind of what that's kind of what DC has to do. Throw all this shit against the wall. Yeah, some shit's gonna be a turd sandwich. It's okay. People eat that shit anyways. People love turd sandwiches. But like at the end of the day, you have to come up with something that's gold. And you can't find that if you're not digging through the shit.
Oh. And there's successful movies that
Fact
been the ones
collector,
that are.
you're wrong. Fact.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Fact.
not as good as Val
Respect
Kilmer,
collector.
but he is good.
Fact. Yeah, he was good. It's all
Did
right.
you like
Everything
the
got-
news that came out that Robert Pattinson screen tested in Val Kilmer's batsuit?
I didn't know anything about that except for the fact that he sparkles, and I'm good. Like I don't know.
Hey man, he plays in a whole bunch of other movies where he's
I
actually
literally,
badass.
I literally
Yeah.
watched the preview.
Hey,
text
Robert
Kyle
Pattinson
goes,
is one of Matt's favorite actors.
Really? That's cute. I literally text Kyle
my
when that preview came out, and I go, hey yo, you love emo Batman? Thought he would laugh about it. He's like, no, dude, it was dope as shit. And I was like,
It was
no,
dope. as
Batman
shit.
ain't for me, dude.
Was dope as shit.
Nah, ain't for me.
He's
I ain't-
vengeance, bitch.
No, he ain't. He's an emo ass Batman.
The second trailer, it convinced me. The first trailer, I was like, oh, there was that one, like, just totally bomb scene. I was like, okay, cool, but I'm still not sold.
You
I'm
talking
a
about
little
that
more sold
tunnel
on
thing
this.
with the fucking gunfire?
I like that. Oh, no, I'm
It
saying the
was
first trailer
dope.
where you, like, beat up that one dude. I was like, that sold me, sort of, but,
I
like, this
agree.
whole second trailer did.
Corbin.
No, that's
Corbin,
good.
they
That's
stole-
good.
Corbin,
I
they
hope
stole
you-
that from Rogue One.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. What did I say?
Thank
What
you,
was that?
Six.
6?
Thank you,
I said
Six.
they stole that scene from Rogue One.
Oh, well, yeah, but it's an effective scene. I'm glad. Listen, I want more
Oh yeah.
folks to do this. Like, if it's working, why change it for something that sucks? Like, keep going. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see them going, oh, we've seen this again. If it's, like, iconic, you know what I mean?
People love that shit, especially old dudes. Old dudes love nostalgia, man.
Hot take. The Star Wars trilogy with the whole Disney, they should have just
like the
continued that line. They did Force Awakens. Everyone's like, oh, it's just like a New Hope. And then the next movies were just hot dog crap.
Yeah,
Should've
keep coming out with that shit. They don't care. You bitch
Reheat
down.
it.
Right here. See,
Reheat it.
Pattinson can pull it off. and he's going to.
Patterson was great in
Devil
Tenet
all the
too.
time.
I love him
Good
in
time.
Tenet.
Good time's a good movie.
Him and Bale are both British, right? We had like a
Look. I have all the
Batman
hope in the
villain.
world that DC can pull it off.
You mean you have all the comic books you need to sell?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's what you really mean.
He's got some NFTs to buy, boys. He's got to sell them
what I mean.
books.
That's what I fucking mean. But
I mean,
no,
people
it's a healthy
people pick
market.
and choose what they want NFTs to be. Like it's the same thing as I'm coming back to this because I'm like I now I feel bad, dude. Like I totally feel bad. So
I do too. I apologize to that dude till he said some shit, and then I don't apologize anymore. I'll see you when I see.
I don't think that counts.
No, it's like I'm sorry, but not
Sorry,
really.
but
I don't mean to be a dick, but I'm really gonna be a huge fucking dick.
Oh no, I don't mean to be a dick, but I'll see you when I see you.
So like
I don't mean to be a dick, but I'm gonna fuck you up.
you picked that up in New York.
Yeah, one wedding in New York, and all of a sudden,
That's that Midwest hospitality, boys, right there.
Gun. Yeah, we have gun in one hand and we wave the other hand. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
No more NFT talk.
It's on the
ever
fucking
again.
flag, bro.
I just put a line through it. I'm never gonna talk about it again.
So one question about NFTs.
Can I cash out on them yet?
People are about to start getting banned for the fucking Star Wars show, dude. Right now.
Oh my god!
Next week's show will be a blast.
I like that you come on NCM and you pay for the ramifications of being on this show by not being allowed on the Star Wars show.
We're more buttoned up over there. There's no drinking.
Marco is definitely judge, jury, and executioner.
He's gonna be
here.
tight.
Oh, dude, he is the court of public opinion
Yeah.
on MCM.
That's the truth, man. I'm a dick.
No.
Fair enough.
I don't know why anybody wants to do MCM. We do it on Wednesday first.
That's not what I said. I said, hey.
My guys
why-
want to do a show.
Hey, I guess so.
They'll just do
Why
it
you
on
know
Wednesday.
why you
We
all
do
really think
MCM
I
live.
did now. That's what I said.
All right, it's all good.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Maker's Mark makes a pretty good cigar as well.
Makes a good fucking
So-
show, bro.
In all honesty, like so when DC gives away like the free NFTs, what are those worth? Nothing? Are they just like digital comics then at that point?
We're not. There's not like a.
comic book there.
There's not like a thing attached to it showing that it's number of X amount.
So they were just digital comics?
So they're just.
I don't know. I didn't get it.
I want,
just
dude.
tried.
That needs to be a fucking bottle now. Maker's Marco. I'll see you when I see you. Just his face on the
Hey,
label.
I'm
Send it to the
literally
bottlers.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Ask the chat. I'm literally everywhere. I'll see you when I see you, bro. It's good.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Modern
Maker's
Comic
Marco,
Mayhem brought
I'll
to you by
see-
Maker's Mark.
Yeah, Maker's Marco. I'll see you when
So-
I see you.
Speaking of NFTs, what about the Astros?
Bunch of cheaters.
Hey, stop that. Legit championship, dude. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, bro.
Jesus
NFTs.
Christ.
Tell it to Tom Brady.
I was
Jesus.
just about to say, yeah, and tell it to fucking Bill Belichick.
For real,
and
for real.
Patriots.
Cheating all day.
You know
we were
what?
NBC, we chased Corbin. Corbin spent like 2 minutes in this fucking thing. We brought him
Dude.
back.
Last week Corbin was on. He came on. He hung out. I was like, "So Corbin, what do you think of it?" He boom left. What do you think about? I'm out.
I feel so bad about that too. Like
Oh,
I said,
I just realized that Chad's not on the show. I just realized that.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
he bailed in the middle of the
once
NFT
it really
talk.
started getting,
Who's that now?
it started getting fiery, and I was like, oh, hey. Oh.
The minute Marco was like, I can see my reflection in your big head, and he was gone.
Oh,
Come
so
out. Yeah.
I feel bad about that too because I just
No, but
noticed
he's
he's
like,
gone.
Fuck, your head is shiny tonight. And he was gone.
Can't use the excuse about being in the bathroom this time.
Right.
Oh my god, dude.
JJ throwing fire.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so
all I know is after the 2-hour mark, I'm holding it.
do know this. Do know this. At least I am simulcast on fucking Renovision every Sunday and Wednesday. I don't know about the rest of these motherfuckers. I don't think we just said it MCM this week.
Dude, you know if Maker's Marco is coming in hot, it's gonna be a great show.
Coming in hot. Coming in hot.
No,
what do you guys
hey,
have planned on the Star Wars show tomorrow?
I will tell you this. Hey, Kyle.
We need Maker's Marco t-shirts.
Yeah.
He's planning on seeing you when he sees you. That's what he's got planned.
What's your fucking address, Kyle?
Kyle, I know your address already. I know where you live, bro. Hey, I will say this. It's really fun coming back. A serious moment. It's really fun. Stick boys over here. We got JJ. Corbin. It's been a long time. Matt, great to have you back. If you remember this show back in the day, it was me, Matt, Kyle, Corbin. Solo could come on every once in a while. So it's really cool. Hey, it's really cool to have at least 3 of the other dudes back with me on this show. I appreciate it so much. All right. Hey, Kyle, take us out of this motherfucker.
Yes. And on that fucking note,
I'll see you when I see you.
I'll see you when I see you, motherfucker.